You're under 200 pounds, you're skinny, you have a six-pack. Because you're skinny, you're not, you're basically victim weight. You're a zebra in the African desert. You can't bench 315 pounds. You're trying to show off your gains for other dudes on Instagram. This is a Timothy Chalamet.
So my question is, do I give this girl another date after learning she's a stripper?
I mean, what do you want out of life?
Here's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you might be this kind of guy. If a dragon appeared and was like, let's go on an adventure.
Yeah.
Are you the kind of guy that'd be like, let's go?
Right.
Or are you the guy that walks away, lives your regular life?
Yeah.
Smart.
Because you're up for the adventure,
man.
Andy.
Are you a sensible man or are you?
Right.
She's a dragon.
Are you a dragon rider, sir?
Are you a dragon rider?
Do you want to ride the dragon?
I mean, that's what it is.
It is.
Yeah. It is.
I'm the kind of guy that's like, dragon adventure! You are on a dragon!
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
How does that work out for you, Andy?
That's
always
not
terrible.
great. It's not.
No, the dragons always burn you.
The dragons always, they fly away. It's a dragon's nature.
The adventure's over soon. You know?
It's a dragon's
They
nature.
either fly away or singe you to death.
Oh, yeah.
That's one or the other, yeah.
That's it.
And she got to the point where we were in action, and she said in my ear, "Go deeper. Stay with me now." And what hurt me is I was already all the way in. So I had ran out of pee-pee. Am I tripping?
You do understand the cameras are rolling?
Yeah,
You understand? I mean, do you really, really want people to know this? I mean, I can edit it out.
No,
don't
edit it out. I told you I don't have a private life. I'm here to share my stories and my shortcomings. Back then, I've had surgery since then. So I'm good. It took about 15 minutes.
Surgery was 15 minutes?
Yeah, only $8,000.
Excuse me?
Only $8,000. So I went from 3 to 11 inches like this.
So you just gonna tell the world you were 3 inches? I didn't ask you that question. You
know.
You didn't have to say that.
What the fuck, Anthony? What about your job? What happens if they piss test you?
I don't have a damn job. I lost it 3 months ago. You wanna know what I've been doing for the last 2.5 months for money? Huh? I've been fucking. I've been fucking hella bitches. Cause apparently good dick is hard to find.
What are you saying?
I'm saying this house you live in, the mortgage that's being paid, the food on the table, all financed by my dick.
What the heck is happening to China's money supply? You might be thinking of this sharp increase to China's M1 money supply, but that's not it. They just included corporate checking accounts to that supply, so that's why we saw a huge jump. I'm talking about the gigantic increase in their M2 money supply. If you're curious about the difference, the M1 money supply is just cash, coins, and whatever's in a checking account. The M2 money supply includes all of that along with savings account and money market accounts. The M2 money supply consists of the most liquid forms of capital, and that's generally what people look at when they want to know what is a country's total money supply. And the money supply of China has doubled since 2017, totaling about 44 trillion US dollars. Let's compare China's money supply with the US, which has been known to fly off the handle when it comes to printing money. And you can see in the same time frame, the Chinese money supply has gone up to 110%, while the US has only increased to 65.95. And some of you might be saying, well, China has a larger population, and as the population grows, the money supply is going to increase. Here's a chart of the Chinese money supply and the percentage growth of the Chinese population. So since 2017, it has only grown 0.5%. But what if the overall income of the Chinese population has been increasing? So let's look at the GDP per capita. We don't have information for 2025, but we do know, at least from 2017 to 2024, that the GDP per capita income has grown by 42.95%. So that doesn't fill the extra 70% deficit that we have here. As you all know, when a country starts flooding the market with a large supply of money, something's going on, something's wrong. Usually when there's a large printing of money like this, people are worried about prices inflating, but not so with China. They've been struggling with deflation both in the consumer and the producer end. Reuters put an article showing that their consumer inflation is at a 5-month high. Yeah, it's not even at 1%, it's at 0.5%, and quite often it was dropping down to below zero. So even though there is a lot of money floating around in the economy, prices aren't rising because that money, that M2, isn't floating around. It's being held primarily in savings accounts. People of China are some of the best savers on the planet. They have a much higher savings rate than the United States, but that can backfire. When deflation sets in, like it has done in China, people will save their money because they will expect prices to fall later, and that slows down consumption. When consumption slows down, that's really bad for the producers, like the manufacturers and the farmers.
Leave me alone!
Nigga chain. Nigga chain.
Nigga chain.
Did you bridge yet? Did you bridge yet?
By Nigga Chain AI Layer 2. Give a fuck about what your bitch think. Give a fuck about what a broke nigga think. Give a fuck about what your mama think. This is Nigga Chain.
You buy this for $39.99, guess what, folks? You take the L away. You put a W there, baby. You're a winner, man. You're the real deal. You're picking up chicks. Let me tell you something. You buy this set at $39.99, baby, you're the cock of the walk, man. You walk into the bar and you just find the hottest chick and you go, you, me. Guess what? She says, why would I go out with you? Because I bought the deal on Wild West Deals for $39.99, that's why. She says, can I go home with you? That's how simple it is. That's how it works. That's what this set brings to the table. Because you know what she sees? She sees a man who knows what he wants. She sees a man who says, good deals don't get by me, baby. I move, I act quick, I act now. I go to wildwestdeals.com, boom. That's why you're hanging with chicks all night long. That's why you got guys like Michael Jordan calling you, wanting to hang out with you, baby. Because you bought it for $39.99.
Stop gambling, all right? You're one spin away from generational wealth. Your daughter's college tuition is one spin away. Put your life savings on black. Remember that. Just go to Vegas, and if you lose, just keep getting loans. Remember this. Just keep spinning, keep gambling, keep gambling. You can't lose. You literally can't lose. You can only quit.
Nobody knows about that fucking degenerate life when you're fucking down 40,000 and you battle the fuck back. You say, you know what? You know what? I'm a fucking strong, independent man. And you're not gonna tell me I should go to bed. I'm gonna battle the fuck back. And I'm gonna fucking get my money back. And guess what? I got my motherfucking money back. That's right.
Asset. Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best. There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? Right? There's no second best, okay? But take all your money, buy Bitcoin, then take all your time, figure out how to borrow more money to buy more Bitcoin, then take all your time and figure out what you can sell to buy Bitcoin. And if you absolutely love the thing that you don't want to sell it, go mortgage your house and buy Bitcoin with it. And if you've got a business that you love because your family works for the business, it's in your family for 37 years, and you can't bear to sell it, mortgage it, finance it, and convert the proceeds into the hardest money on earth.
Oh, you're muted.
I got one question for you, Charlie.
Shoot.
Are you a dragon rider?
Yeah, I like the fact that you're mixing it up with some new memes. I like it.
Oh, no, I've added a ton. I've got way more on stockpile. It was really difficult to choose one's Kanye memes without like getting myself permabanned.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Well, yeah, when you told me about the Binance logo thing, I was just like, oh my God, bro.
I'm glad I got snapshots. I got it saved on my phone. I got it saved on an iPad. I got it saved on my computer. That I know I won't get deleted now.
That one, I mean, image-wise, it's not a bad thing to show on YouTube. I mean, there's plenty of World War II videos that go about just fine. So, like, you know, and I mean, there's one thing that Ye is right about, but he's wrong about at the same time, right? He's like, oh, this symbol's been used in Asia for years. And that's true. But it's the inverse actually of the swastika.
It's also kind of a different version.
Yeah, so it's basically, you know, they took a religious symbol and flipped it, you know, and then, you know, yeah, so not quite the same.
Well, so far Kanye's got probably the most anticipated.
I mean, yeah. The funny thing for my family is like we have a history going back 500 years in Germany.
Okay.
And what do you call it? We left in the like 1800s, late 1800s, but we had a cousin who was technically on the other side, and what do you call it? My great uncle or whatever, he actually like liberated the concentration camps, but the what do you call it? My grandpa met the guy who was a Nazi, basically.
Oh shit! Okay,
yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Can you imagine? It's like, oh, my great uncle, you know, he liberated concentration camps, and then, but I had this one cousin that's really far separated away, a couple generations back. He may have been an SS.
He's my blood cousin, but you know, he's the one that decided to stay in it. You know, maybe not the brightest branch. You know,
999. Pure CC.
When I went to Germany,
tell the story, Charlie.
It was terrible because, like, ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch, right? Like,
okay, don't.
No, I'm serious, but like, German's great. Like, it's a great country. You know, they kind of fucked themselves over by actually, you know, what do you call it? They had the best economy, you know, in all of Europe, but then they joined the EU, and it just, but, you know, like,
it's all planned. It's all planned. Yeah. Actually, there was a believe this or not, there was a program. Was it under USAID? I'm trying to. There was a program essentially to basically start leftist and communist sort of like totalitarian sort of regimes and governments and stuff, especially in Germany and France. So like there has been some U.S. money that's been used to kind of fuck up the EU as well on purpose.
Yeah, and like if you look at like kind of the way they ran government when they had the Deutschmark, it's totally different from when the EU came into power. But yeah, whenever you want to like destroy countries, I mean that's what led to World War II in the first place, right? It was Germany got destroyed financially, and you know.
Well, it is because like that war is so crazy because, right? It was a terrible war, stupid strategies. It's kind of it's like the old world meets the new world technology sort of thing. And then
it was brutal as hell too. I mean, like you look at the 20th century, in the review mirror. Holy shit, bro! That shit was brutal.
No, it was absolutely terrible, man. Because like after they won, right? this is how bad the war was, right? The war was, I mean, obviously trenches, right? But like they moved so little during the war that by the time, I'm yelling, the French flag, right? They had essentially conquered no territory either side, basically. So it was this whole thing where like, what the hell did we die for? And then the government, and this is one of the reasons why like the United States government and French, everyone involved was like, yo, yikes. Yeah, this doesn't look good. Because basically everyone just rolled zeros, like not ones.
Well, except for the United States, because the United States became the world superpower.
Exactly. But somehow Britain held on to like the reserve status apparently up until like World War II, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, they were a pretty good power up until then. The United States had some swing in the early 1900s.
Oh yeah, big swings, especially in the 1800s. Yeah. Like just coming up from the late 1800s, that's when we're industrial power, really rich.
Right.
Kind of like I think we're kind of like China, except like that sort of thing.
Yeah, we were a player, but we just never like win all in on the global stage until we had to in World War II, basically.
I love how Money Gang's kind of salty right here. It's like y'all nicked the reserve status after World War. Nicked.
Yeah, it took it away from them.
Yeah, well, it's more forced. I'm fully under the assumption that the United States knew some bombings were going to happen and let it happen. Just to, like, oh no, the Germans are going to bomb this factory. Oops. Oh, a lot of weird shit because there's this whole stuff too, like where like the United States had uncovered certain codes and just decided not to tell anybody that they deciphered the codes because then like they would know the code doesn't work. But then, for sure, the United States government and the military was like, let's make sure and destroy Volkswagen and make sure that whatever Italy has also gets burned up, because like you have to understand, like basically all of Europe was offline, essentially, not just militarily, but just manufacturing wise. Also, it was burnt to the ground. So for like 20 years, the United States was just like dun 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 dun.
Well, America at that time, the war forced them to build up their their power as well in terms of manufacturing and everything. So we just got stronger for it at the end of the day because it wasn't on our soil. But yeah, that is one thing that would be, crazy if there was ever a war on US soil, man. Like that would not be pretty.
It would not be pretty, but I don't think it would get very far just because
no, not at all.
Keep doubting how gigantic this place is. It's massive.
And like all the highways are built to land aircraft carriers.
Yep.
And so like, yeah, we have one of the most advanced militaries in the world. It's like, might get a little bit. It's basically, you can only get like terrorist level damage, on anything before you're just like, you're toasted.
You're steamrolled. I think they've done videos. It's like, what if the whole world versus the United States and there's no nuclear weapons? Okay. And it's just like United States just dick slapping the planet, bro. It's bad, bro. It's like, essentially all they got to do is cripple the Middle East in terms of like transporting of oil. And you've already pretty much stopped most of the opponents at that point.
Yeah, well, then at that point it becomes, you better have automation and drones on hand because, sheer numbers of human beings, but obviously it's kind of a ridiculous scenario.
But shout out Money Gang. He's in the chat, man. Check your DMs, brother. But I think it's called the one way to hurt the United States Civil War. That's actually extremely true.
Yeah.
But something that scared the fuck out of people recently is that this Trump said some smart shit. It's something called a dead man switch. Where like if I die, the nukes go off. So, sort of like in a Spawn.
Terrible idea.
Terrible. No, but it's a real thing. Like it's actually like, but it really the dead man switch shit wasn't really talked about since like the early 80s. Really, like it was a very Cold War sort of like coming out of World War II, sort of like Vietnam, sort of like Korean War, sort of like damn like craziness, right? He said, I said to Rand, I don't know if I magically just die, Iran's gonna disappear.
That's a different thing because what do you call it? Iran's actually been the main force behind his assassination, allegedly, right? Like obviously there could be some sort of inside job, but Iran actually multiple times has publicly stated that they've attempted to assassinate him.
Yeah, they attempted to assassinate. It's crazy, like.
But that's just him saying there will be retribution. It's like it's not nothing to do with the nukes, but literally speaking, but.
And then we're making an Iron Dome over the United States. Canada's a 51st state. I mean, we're gonna probably have to break it up into 4 states or 5 states.
It'd be 7 because of the provinces.
Oh fuck, you're right. Yes, provinces. So maybe.
50.
Well, okay. If we break up Canada, how many?
There's 7.
Is there a way we can jerry rig it to be 6? Because we had
you could always could, but you already have governments in place, right?
I mean, that's true, but it's just like, but it's the sort of thing where like the way they always want to structure things is like historically is if they add when they add either states or they've added like territory, they added in 2s. More of a Democrat one that's more on the right and one's.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Because they did the same thing in North and South Dakota, even. Yeah. I know what you're saying.
North and South.
Well, because it was going to be just Dakota. And then,
I mean, doesn't Dakota sound kind of cool? Dakota.
That's a good name.
Right, but North Dakota, South Dakota.
Yeah, you have to say it with the twang, you know.
Yeah, I gotta say, I was really using my inner last like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
No, that's Alabama.
Oh, that's Alabama. And that's hella funny. That movie's hella funny, bro.
That movie's a great movie, bro.
Tom Hanks is a bunch of shit, but like, goddamn, dude, like that movie's incredible.
Have you ever been to Bubblegum Shrimp?
Of course I have.
Oh yeah, like
we have actually. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Some of the sayings they have on the wall are absolutely hilarious, bro. But good movie.
Is there any reason
when Tom Hanks coin?
Yeah. Is there any reason why Binance is dumping Ethereum? Well, it could possibly very much hurt. Well, I mean, a big part of it's because of Bybit. I mean, Binance lent money to Bybit, but so did a bunch of other people. They essentially got about $400 million worth of Ethereum to recollateralize them because you need borrowing and lending markets with leverage at that size. It's like imagine if BitMEX exploded instead of being shut down.
Yeah, they don't want it to be a contagion on the industry.
Right, because if it blew up that bad, it could end the cycle.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that domino effect with what do you call it? Luna, 3 Arrows, and FTX all at the same time. Those were like within 3 weeks of each other. I would say in all of crypto history, that might have been the most insane like 1 month period. Like
when
FTX, Luna, and
that
all collapsed in the same month, basically. Like
I was like a little kid getting beat by my parents, like nonstop, dude. It was the only time in like there's some days I check the news, I'm like Jesus, but like every day, bro. It was like every day just getting hit in the face. I was telling Charlie's like, this is one of the rare times I don't want to stream at all today. Like it's so bad.
We're just like, and we're reporting in the carnage that we see here in the crypto space.
I mean, like I had to like rearm myself with new arsenals to like be like kind of like negative. Like it had to be in like.
Yo, Pat, you said you wanted to talk, bro? Oh shit.
You know that crypto dip you told me to buy, Blake?
Yeah?
Yeah, well, it kept fucking dipping, and I kept fucking buying like you told me to.
I'm sorry, bro.
And now I'm down 80% on all my positions, and my rent's due in 2 days, and I have no money in my bank.
Bro, what are you talking about? You're literally driving a Lambo, dog.
You know it's rented, Blake.
Oh my god.
I'll return it tomorrow morning.
Jesus Christ, bro. I'm sorry. All right, but the bull run's literally already over, dude. You should have taken profits. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
What the fuck did you just say?
So the bull run's over, bro.
What do you mean the bull run's over? You're fucking over!
Yeah!
You're over!
It's all over, Charlie.
All over.
You should have took profits, Charlie. You should have sold.
Uh-oh. Well, I mean, yeah, Bitcoin's actually holding up pretty good despite like the stock market just absolutely dying on Friday.
Yeah. I forgot what was the reason for that space in here for a second. Yeah, it was part of it was a chart of the China numbers. That's why I put a little informational
on it. But I mean, at the end of the day, the market just moves, and some fucking whale probably just was like, "Fuck this shit."
Yeah, I mean, part of it too. Like, I mean, like essentially, China's kind of hitting back on the whole AI thing that you're not going to control the AI sector. That whole thing about like, let's just say it's fake. Let's just say like, how can we make the most noise possible, but making it sound like it's an internal leak? You know, hey, we'll burn about $1.4 million of Ethereum on chain and say that, hey, I'm a person that works within the military. I'm super scared. We have our version of like essentially the Neuralink, and we're already putting in soldiers' brains already. Fuck. I've made money on this stuff, and I feel terrible about it. I just want the world to know because this shit's scary.
Yeah, there's that one guy. I heard that one guy that tried to leak that or something.
Yeah, there's a whole leaking thing and stuff like that. And I actually had a meme with Aiden Ross and them. And I was gonna play it, but I was just like, it's kind of like bearish and shit. But like, it was actually Aiden talking about like he's like, I got about $10 million in like Tether right now. I just bought Ethereum, and then FaZe Banks is just like, you need to stop chasing the high, bro. That Ethereum all-time high isn't happening, bro. And I was like, oh my god, I'm over here agreeing with Aiden right now. God damn,
that's the perfect sentiment, though. That's the perfect
it
sentiment.
is.
Anytime anybody absolutely has given up on an asset in crypto, what happens? It pumps. Like, unless it's just dog shit, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, like, if you do look at Ethereum's price, like, what do you call it? The weekly candle. I mean, Ethereum had dumped all the way down to like maybe 2660 or something like that. It's up $100 since then. It almost hit 2800. Meanwhile, you know, Bitcoin's just kind of chopping sideways to down. So, like, you know, what do you call it? Bybit, Binance, these people all buying Ethereum. Like, hey, we could start to change the tide of Ethereum, or, you know, there might be some extra part of the Pectra upgrade that they are aware of that, you know, the general public might not be. But the other thing to kind of think about for Ethereum too, right, is, well, we don't know, I guess, how heavily invested China is in Ethereum. Maybe, right, conspiracy theory time, right? Maybe they were like, hey, North Korea, you got the best hackers for crypto in the world. Why don't you go steal $1.5 billion? And, you know, we can all use a little bit of that or whatever. We become the Ethereum capital. Well, we let the United States be the Bitcoin capital. And then we warfare with them that way. Like, that'd be kind of, I mean, that'd be interesting, right? Like,
it is really interesting, actually.
Yeah. But I don't know. We'll see kind of how China ends up. I mean, they're pretty good shit ton of money right now. So, hey, if they buy the lows, I don't care. I mean, just pump this shit.
I'm giving some alpha right here, but like our boy GG33 is like, I don't want to say what he's doing exactly. I want to be careful with it, but like he's super negative against gold right now. He thinks like, I think let's just say the gold is in Fort Knox, right?
Mm-hmm.
It probably will crash the gold price because I think it's like, oh fuck, we have this. What if there's more gold than was reported?
Hey, turn that extra gold surplus into a Bitcoin strategic reserve.
No, I'm down for it, but like, what if can you imagine like, all right, like whatever. Imagine if there was like 50% more gold in Fort Knox than we thought it is. And I know everyone's like, oh no, get out of here, right? But let's just say what if, right? Let's do what if, right? If that was actually thing, can you imagine the gold price tumbling $800 in a day? Because I didn't think about what about if there's a surplus of gold? Yeah, what if there's a surplus of gold, or because I think what's going on too is like Trump announcing it that he's going to this and this and this is giving them time to make things happen and flights and stuff. It's who knows? I mean, there's that classic thing. It's like brick and it shows a gold spray can.
Well, and we do have the Ethereum, what is it? The Ethereum Denver convention or something next week.
Yeah.
So that's kind of an interesting little. I mean, usually, right around conventions, there's always some fucking action because all of a sudden people are yapping, talking to each other. You know, hey, let's buy this, let's pump that.
Yeah, dude, there's like all kinds of there's all kinds of sort of things there. Every time you go to a convention, be ready with your crypto. There's always something happening. If it ain't Pulse Chain, it's Ethereum, it's Bitcoin. There's always something going around conventions.
Yeah, it's interesting that I think the ETH Denver event is almost the same time as the Pulse Chain conference. So
that's actually the second time. So like the last big conference we had for Pulse Chain, it was during Bitcoin Miami. Now this other one has been with the Ethereum one.
Denver.
Suspicious. But yeah, little boozy right here, right? Bert is right. Little like it's kind of true. It's kind of like it doesn't matter what happens. Fort Knox is just it's gonna hurt the price of gold either way. I personally don't see how it pumps on. If there's no gold, do you know how like that hurts the stock market really badly? Where like gold, and then actually I could see it if there was no gold in there. Holy shit, maybe the gold price does spike, and then crashes. Or if it's full of gold or has the exact gold it's supposed to have, then you could see gold actually go down as well. You know, like it's such a messed up sort of I mean, but for the very least, there's volume. I mean, there's going to be volatility. So some guys in gold market are going to make their fucking fortune and retire.
Yeah.
On that Fort Knox thing. Especially if they live stream. Imagine live streaming, because last time they just showed it, people who used to work at Fort Knox said there was so much gold that you had to wear special shoes and everything like that because there was so much gold dust on the floor.
Nice.
From all the bars, bro.
Odds
are Fort Knox. I'm hoping it's not it, because there's a chance Trump could try to put us back on the gold standard. That's one of the big hype ones people are talking about.
Great.
Yeah, put us back on the gold standard. Maybe a quasi gold, maybe a new type of gold standard mixed in with crypto assets, something like that, a small percent, something like that, right?
But, hey, I'm all for anything that basically reverses taking us off of the gold standard to begin with.
Right. But somehow, some way, the French are going to be involved. I don't know how. I don't know how, but somehow, you guys
So is it when we take over Canada? Is it that we basically have to tell which is it it's Montreal, right? Basically has the French area or whatever. It's okay, you guys just have to any of your politics or whatever. There's no French to be spoken or whatever. It all has to be English. I guess that's what America's got to do, right? To assimilate.
Right. Alan's Peter Schiff will be guarding Fort Knox for the next 60 days. That would be funny. He does have to come down to to Fort Knox, be outside of it. I'm outside of Fort Knox. I can smell the gold from here, you guys.
That would be pretty funny, actually. I'd watch.
Maybe they took off the gold standard because Fort Knox wasn't empty at the time. It could have been drained over the 90s and 2000s basically. But it's been but they haven't shown it since when was the last time? 70s? Maybe no. Maybe early 70s. Maybe last time they looked at Fort Knox. It's scary. We found out our entire social security system's inside a fucking mine. It's inside of a deep mine on paper. Yeah, all the records for for Social Security are physically stored in paper in a giant lime mine.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised that they're on paper. Social Security is kind of an old.
Yeah, but I forgot they try to spend hundreds of millions of dollars to update the system and nothing's ever happened. So oh my god, man.
Yeah, the government is ridiculous. We're finding that out every day now with Doge.
And I love how I think where did I say this? I may have said this in the private chats or in the in our chats in the Citadel, but it is historically accurate. It's usually every 100 and something years, one of the political parties essentially dissolves and creates a new party.
Well, yeah. Usually what happens is between the Democrats and the Republicans, they just slowly switch sides because it's oh, you don't like this thing, so I'm going to say the opposite. Okay, cool. And then as those things change over time, it's you guys were the ones that were against this before, but now we're for it, right? If you go back and watch 90s Democrats stuff with Bill Clinton or whatever, some of the stuff that they have said back then is more in line with what Republicans are saying today, not at a core, but just some particular issues, because the Democrats have basically lost a lot of their backbone, but or reasonability or whatever. They've gone kind of extreme. So.
Yeah, I forgot the last major political party that was I think it was the Whigs. I remember.
That was in the 1850s or something, right?
Yeah, there was the Whigs, Democrats, Republicans. The Democrats were pro-slavery, believe it or not.
Yeah, it was the Republicans that Lincoln was a Republican.
That's crazy, dude. And then they dissolved away and stuff like that, and then. I don't know. Maybe one day, it might just be it might be the alt-right party versus the Proud Boy party. Who knows? Who knows where we're going right now? And
then idiocracy is everything in between, right?
we're from the Gestapo faction, the SS faction.
The Nazi memes on fucking what do you call it, on the Yay chain or whatever. That would just be it's just gonna be what do you call it? Just turn into the memes on that, the meme coins on that chain would just be.
I had a little daydream that he started making his own gold bars with the Nazi symbol on it. I literally dreamed that shit.
Jesus, bro.
Yeah, no, Jesus, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Watch, he dresses up as Jesus too, and then eventually he dresses up as Muhammad, and that's when they get them.
Bro, could you imagine the coin? It's a gold coin, like cryptocurrency. This is Yeezus, but then it's like a gold bar. It's always the French. You got like, watch, mark my words. Somehow with this gold shit, the French are gonna be somewhere. Like, I want you to remember me, bro. Say, yo, DCC called this shit. I just want you to know.
It was a loan for the Statue of Liberty, DCC. Don't worry, we got collateral.
All right, what's up, Money Gang?
How's it going, man? How are you? How are you guys?
Hey.
Doing good, man. Feeling real mighty. Feeling real right now. Real right.
I was gonna say someone needs to launch the ticker Fura CC. You know, someone on
Charlie, put your arm down.
Someone screenshot it right now. Yeah. Are we getting in on this Kanye coin, or are we?
If I get in early, I will. But if it's late, no. I'm like, it's this kind of thing. If you can if you get in quick, I think it's worth it.
Well, yeah. What if? Okay, so what if it actually lasts more than a month with like a slightly sloping upward chart? Like at that point, you're like, hey, it's lasting longer than everything else.
He kind of was shitting on Cardano. I mean, you know what really turned me over to the Yeezy chain, because he was like, "Damn, you know." I mean, outside of like what he said, like he said some like, well, I shouldn't repeat it actually. But like, he said a whole bunch of stuff. He's like, "No one wants to give me CZ's number." Then CZ hit him up, right? Then CZ like, "DM me, bro. I got you." So it might launch on Binance. Wouldn't that be the shocker? What if it doesn't launch on Solana? It launches on Binance, right?
I'm preparing for that. I think it will launch on Binance. Because CZ did that. Well, I think Binance released that test token TST, and everyone's good. It was kind of like a test meme coin, and then that kind of took off a bit, and then obviously there was the broccoli. He was talking about his dog, and he was hyping it all up and stuff like that. I think we're seeing the volume that's coming across, people bridging across, and what's the perfect opportunity to bring some more volume is going to be like if you get Kanye West coin on there, it's going to be perfect, especially when Solana's been kicked to the curb at the moment with David Portnoy and you know what happened with Malay and all of that kind of stuff. It's like,
wait, what's Portnoy famous again? He's famous for what, like sports betting a little bit?
Pizza and shitty sports takes.
Right? How has he got like 1 million+ subscribers? This was the thing. I was like, how is he so popular?
I think it's just pizza. Like, you know, you just like did all these pizza reviews and he just talks shit. I don't know. Like maybe he's just like a social media marketer, engineer type dude. But like either that or who knows, maybe he's a plant for something. But
God damn it. Oh, I hate when I do this. God damn it. I did the market research. Oh, I knew it, dude. I was like, all right, who's Dave Portnoy? Let's go. I was like, all right, Dave Portnoy early.
The one thing I will give Dave Portnoy before we shit too much on him, because like to be honest, he's
lying, bro.
Every time. One thing I will say is he is hilarious sometimes. So like I'll give him that.
Yo, every single time, man. I swear.
This is they give him like a chatty picture too and shit. Like when he's like, look at that fucking doctored shit. Oh, bro. Anyway,
what does it say he's famous for?
He's part of that club, and we're not in it. Unfortunately,
we're not in that club.
Oh, right.
Yeah. But yeah, I think this is the perfect opportunity to come in and like if you're launching a coin like a celeb meme coin, I mean it's perfect time to come in. That's why Richard launched his own, I think, as well. It's because so many people are getting rugged and it's just like the meta at the moment. But yeah, I mean there's been some crazy stuff in the last few days. I completely hated the kid that self-deleted, which is terrible for the industry.
Oh like, yeah, that's terrible. Was that kind of a point? You think that was? I mean, that it happens sometimes. Like you get crazies, but like because like you remember when the Pump.Fun live shit was going down, all the people being put in cages, torturing themselves, like that shit seemed like a Mossad fucking like op. There's no that seemed super well coordinated. Like magically, we have all these crazies saying if like it's like I got Charlie by hostage. I'm gonna punch Charlie in the face 10 times in the face every time. I won't stop until you guys buy him. You send my coin to 1 million market cap or something like it's ridiculous, dude.
And they were getting pushed in the algorithm as well. That's the thing. It's like those coins would. So I don't know. Maybe people were behind it are kind of pushing it and stuff because it's one of those where you can't not look away. So some people were looking at that stuff and I don't know. That's the darkest corners of the internet, right? That's
Well, yeah, I think like if you look at like the 1990s, right? You actually look at like what websites came up that were like dark and all that stuff. Like they came up organically and they took a while, right? Like if it pops up overnight or within like a month or something like that, like, you know, I don't believe it quite as much. But then the other thing is like for this Bybit hack, if you see kind of like how people like have been reporting on it, like a lot of the traditional media is like, and this is why you don't dabble in crypto, you know? And I'm just like, yeah, they just want a reason to try to push the industry down and try to hate on it because they see all these people buying. And I mean, what Bitcoin's still pretty steady at 95K. So as long as it just holds that region, like, you know, most of this like negative FUD from all this stuff doesn't really hurt crypto all that much. But, you know, I would say back in like when the Silk Road, you know, was the thing in crypto, that's like that type of stuff hurt crypto way more. I think at this point it's like crypto's pretty not invincible, but you know, that type of shit just is like, yep, another day in crypto, you know, another $5 billion hack.
What was the psyops that happened in 21? I'm trying to remember. I remember me and you talking about this a little bit, Charlie, like that there was like, it was like some weird, was it some weird influences that blew up out of nowhere, or like some of the, I'm trying to remember. It was like some weird side, like some stuff started rugging to make the industry look bad for regulation. Like, what was that?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I kind of remember what you're talking about. Doesn't ring a bell right off the top of my head, though.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're this old in crypto. You just your age. I mean, your just memory just goes. There's like so many rug pulls. There's like it's like too much information. Like too many.
Well, I mean, the ultimate thing last bull cycle would have been FTX if you think about it that way, right? With, you know, basically Sam Bankman-Fried and Caroline Ellison being plants because Gary Gensler's family friends with them, you know.
Yeah, that was a bit crazy. Like, and people have forgotten about it so quickly as well. We're like 4 years, I guess, past that, like 4 years. But you know, the industry moves on so quickly. And to your point as well, Charlie, I was watching a film the other day on Netflix called The Crypto Boy, right? Okay. And it's a foreign film. I think it's a Dutch film, and it was dubbed. And literally the whole film is fudding crypto. The guy gets into kind of basically a Ponzi scheme, and he's basically a delivery boy, and then he starts making loads of money, and then it all rugs and it all goes to shit and stuff like that, and then he goes back to being a delivery boy for his dad's place. It's such a stupid narrative, but yeah, like you said, Bitcoin's been stable for a long period of time now, and it's been holding above that 90K mark. Yeah, you're going to get that volatility, but it's around forever. I don't know if you're looking, the biggest governments are buying.
I mean, as an industry, we've already been shit on as much as we can be. It's like, yeah, what else can you do to us? We're dead inside.
What's hurting the industry? I mean, let's just say it's just a cash grab, right? Like, yeah, like these influencers are stupid, but it seems like it's a couple. There's a professional company and a couple other like small minor companies, and just greed from celebrities. Like, here, let me give you some money. Like, I think I just this one just literally happened today. Let me get my bookmarks out. Where is it? Okay, yeah. Like, Rich the Kid just promoted another crypto scam, deleted the post, and claimed to have been hacked, all within an hour. That was today. And Rich the Kid's probably launched, allegedly, like at least 2 other scam projects, or promoted 2 other scam projects that rugged within like a week or less in the past. I know he did. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost 100% certain he did it in 21. He did one earlier in probably 23, and then he's done this one now.
Which guy is this?
Rich the Kid.
Oh,
rapper guy. He hasn't made a banger in a while.
No,
yeah, Rich the Kid used to love Hex. Yeah, Rich.
So when is what's the other rapper? There's one that's been in there a while, but he kind of like keeps it going. No, there's another like rapper who's like been around quite a while.
Takashi.
Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy. Yeah.
He's been around a while. He's still like, he's like one of those guys that's like, he's rugged before, but like, what do you call it? He's still stuck around, surprisingly. But when I was gonna say, when's he coming into Pulse Chain?
Keep him away, to be honest. Like, we were talking about there not being celebrity coins, and I was like, yeah, I'd rather it not. Like just keep it away. I like the organic communities that come up rather than than someone who's quite famous bringing in their audiences.
No, for sure.
I have some faith. I feel like the Yeezus one might last a little bit. Who knows? I don't know.
I got faith in it because I'm just like, so he had spoken about Dave Portnoy's coins, and then he said, oh, he's going to launch his own coin. I do have faith in Yeezy, but I don't know how long I'll be in it. I'll definitely be taking initials quite quickly. If I get in early, I'm taking initials. I
made some good money on Trump. So like. But Melania, right? It's a female coin. Like if Kanye comes out with Bianca coin, bro, it's going to zero, bro. Like dude, bro.
Are they divorcing though?
I don't. You want some crazy shit? Like, are they? That was a rumor. Maybe I don't know if they're divorcing. Like they literally just released a movie with her.
No, I think it was a fake news outlet.
Oh, okay.
That put that out. But
yeah, I mean,
again,
he's attacking the Jewish media, so the Jewish media is attacking him right now. I mean, like. Right. And you want to have some crazy shit right now that's going down? So what's his name? Okay, so Elon Musk's baby mama, the one's all freaking out.
Oh, the new one. Ashley Sinclair.
The Russian, that Sinclair chick, right? Well, supposedly,
where's she from?
I don't know. I mean, like she
what's
just.
Her religion?
Oh, is she really? Oh, I don't know. I mean, like.
Yes, she is. Yeah.
She started attacking them after she got her brand new agency, which is like some agency that used to work with Kanye for a while back or something. Like it was like some weird stuff going down with that. So like there's some so definitely this is a planned attack on Elon, 100%.
Yeah, I mean Elon's gone through this ever since he tried to do Tesla, right? Like you take on the car industry, you're like, hey, I'm gonna ruin, your petroleum shit. I'm gonna, basically come in and make a new company, take your market share. All this stuff, and everybody was just shitting on him the whole time. So I mean, like, he's kind of similar to Trump in that way, right? Where like he's just taking all the different slings and arrows, and he's just like, "What's up, my rich motherfuckers?" Like it's kind of.
There is one subject that he won't talk about, though. There is one subject that he won't kind of say, "Oh, debunking this subject," which is climate change, because it would affect his business, obviously.
Oh, right. Yeah, he's taking advantage of that whole thing for sure.
And it's really interesting, like even if you look into like AFD, right? So he's promoting AFD in Germany a lot. But AFD is run by a lesbian, not going to say the religion, but we all know it, leader. And so he's pushing it like AFD, which is meant to be like kind of far right in Germany and, for the people and stuff. But yeah, he's certainly got his agendas, but he's taken a lot of stick. I don't know if she's a plant, this Ashley Sinclair, because Fresh from Fresh and Fit was talking about it. Myron, sorry.
Yeah.
On a space yesterday, and he was saying, probably is a plant. I'm not sure, but that the way that she was obviously upset because on Valentine's Day he wasn't giving her attention, clearly. And then she's gone down the line of, oh, yeah, I've got...
You mean like one of his 8 baby mamas? Oh, my God. Like, how did...
I thought it was 13.
Oh, 13. 13 baby mamas.
Well, he's too rich to care, right? So he's just like, yeah, well, whatever. It's another kid. We're going to populate the world. But, yeah, she's a bit wild. Sinclair, the sex laptop and all of that kind of stuff. If you look into her, she's a bit nuts.
Yeah, I mean, like it's kind of crazy. He decided to go like, let me go super lefty with Grimes, time to go alt right with this chick. He's like, that should balance out. He just likes crazy chicks.
But I think that this chick is actually, this kind of, I don't know how to call it, but it's like and I think the Rational Male talks about it, is this kind of like this wave of like conservative females that you suddenly find out that's got this really weird pattern of past and it's just pretending to be conservative.
You can't pray this. You can't pray the whole way. Like past matters, right? Past matters. I mean, it's a red pill principle. It's like why, like guys care about paternity deep down. It's hard encoded to us, right? So like when a girl has a heart, like not a red pill podcast, but like when a girl has a super high body count, that's an ick to guys. You know how girls got icks? We got icks too.
Yep.
Like I was like, oh yeah, man, I was in a frat house, and then I just let these fucking 5 guys run a train on me. You know.
And we're done.
It closes right there, and then you're just gonna be a cum rag at that point. Like that's it. That's all you are. I mean, like that's it. Because it's like at that point, like that's an ick. Like I think girls don't understand that. That's an ick. Like maybe we should start saying that. Like I have a huge ick for girls with a big body count. Ugh. That's a huge. You know, I find out I'm Escobar, brother. I get the ick right away, real quick.
But then we give high fives.
Like imagine this, right? You're falling in love with a girl, right? Like you fall in love with Money Gang with some girl, and then you found out. Oh fuck, this is gonna be horrible. You found out like half of the 9-inch team ran through before you met her.
It's done already.
Oh,
Yeah.
bro, it's cooked, bro. And you're like, Jesus, like, bro.
Hey, you take the one shot, and then you're like, see ya, peace.
Yeah, and these chicks, I mean, half these chicks are delusional. It's mostly some white women that are be delusional on some. Like I've seen online, in person, I've seen Latinos be really delusional. I've seen every rate, but like online, it seemed like I've noticed it's like some black women and white women that are completely delusional on social media. All the other women are also delusional, but they just don't put it on social media.
Right.
It's almost someone had said this, and I can't remember whose quote, but someone had said that they're using TikTok like a diary. But it's like a completely public diary as well.
Same with Instagram too, yeah.
That's a Zoomer. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, man. Screw that, man. Like
so they're like pushing their trauma out there, and everyone can, and you know, obviously they're getting supported on each of the platforms because people are going through similar experiences and stuff like that. But the problem is that that's online. You can see, right. and people are like, well, okay, that's your history. Not sure.
There's a force multiplier. I think I did this math one time. So okay, like ask me my body count if I was a girl, right? Miguel, what's your body count if I was a girl, right? So Michaela, what's your Michaela Peterson? Michaela Peterson, what's your body count? 4. Okay, you got to multiply it by 2.5. 2.5.
So,
you know, if I say no, I've only slept
with Tate and his brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's like I'm Michaela Peterson. I've only slept with 2 guys. You're like, all right, so she's probably slept with 3 to 4. Got it, right? But 4, you got to be like, all right, shit, she might have slept with 10 to 9. You know, a range there. If she tells you like I've slept with 11 guys, fuck, multiply by 3, she slept with 30, bro. 25 of them being nice. The numbers start getting exasperated. I sat down my cousin. I haven't seen her in like 5 years. She's trying to be like a young lady now. She's just
this is on the internet, by the way. You know.
Oh no!
I'm just because I there's been a couple of times where a couple of your family members, you know, like got around to saying some shit.
But anyway, so then you guys won't even figure out what this is. But like, you know, they just turned 18, 19. You know, they're making big life decisions. And I said, you know, let me break down some math. I told her, let me break down some home math for you real quick. Let's just say you're a good girl, right? Which I think you are. I think you're a good girl. Let's just say you have one boyfriend a year. Okay, one boyfriend a year. I told her I'm 33 years old right now. You know, the year Jesus died. You know, I'm 33 years old. Let's just say I started at 18. That's 15 bodies. So imagine you tell your boyfriend at 33. Let's just say you haven't found a guy at 33. You know, and you're 33, and you tell a guy, "Oh yeah, I've only slept with boyfriends ever, but I've slept with 15 guys." A guy hears that, his heart fucking explodes. And it's crazy. I mean, you gotta think about it too. Like, imagine a girl only sleeps with one guy every 3 years, starting at age 15. Right? Let's just say she breaks virginity at 15, right? Because come on, let's just stop the cap, right?
Yeah, it's around mark
15, 18, 21, 24, 27. Bro, the numbers are scary, bro. The numbers start getting scary. Well, and that's such like, and that's not counting like mileage wearing or anything like that, or like what if she
trips to Miami?
I have a hot price. Say it again. I'm sorry. I think I'm lagging out. Go ahead.
I was going to say, like, it doesn't count like the in-between phases of like trips to Miami, trips to Mexico, trips to Ibiza if you're in Europe, you know, and those kind of like party seasons that you have. You know, yeah.
Yeah, and then there's like, it's not fair. Well, there's double standards in this. I mean, I just, you got to accept it. There's double standards, right? There's double standards.
It's the same thing as economics or whatever, just inverted, right? So it's like, hey, you know, scarcity is a good thing, whereas, you know, she's more like fiat currency, you know, like, you know, I don't want nothing to do with that, but, you know, she's more like Bitcoin. She's, you know, scarce, and all that stuff. And it's like, okay.
One day I'm gonna come out with this book, Deals with the Devil. Like I really am gonna come out with that book, and it's this whole thing is like, you want to know the best case solution? Like I was like, imagine you're in your 30s, or no, let's play even crazier. Let's say I'm 28. I find this chick I really like. I start dating her, and she has a kid. Okay, shit. What's the best case scenario of a chick with a kid? Well, I was dating my high school sweetheart. We were together. We got married. I had a kid. He died, and you're like the first person I dated since then. And he was my first. That is the pinnacle. Like Allah, Jesus Christ, Muhammad, top of the pyramid, apex predator, like best possible chance, and it comes to tragedy because this dude had to die.
Well, that used to be the old way, right? Like it was like, oh, the only reason why she would be a single mom is because
it was a widow. She's a widow.
Yeah,
exactly.
And then now it's just like,
society evolving. Yeah.
Yo, this is better than Fresh and Fit. Yo, Billy, chill. Shout out Myron. Shout out Fresh, man.
They had a good yacht party and everything yesterday.
Bro, if a girl says she's been on a yacht, bro, it's over, bro.
Oh, that's
not over, but like just she's on a different file. She's on a different file, man. She ain't on the first phone. She on the burner phone. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's 100% true. Yeah.
She tell for you. Obviously, it's different in down there in like Latin America and stuff because it's probably a little easier to travel from this country to that country and stuff. But like, if you meet a girl like here in the States, if I meet a girl like, oh, I've been to France. No, I mean already she's been to France. It's no, right? Like, I've been to Italy. No, because like she hasn't. Then she's been to Italy without me. That means she was getting ran through by the one dude, hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
right? Yeah, the Pope.
God willing.
Trust it was just the Pope.
But like, imagine like, I remember first time I went to New York. That's one body. Then I went to New York. I went to Miami. Fuck, that's two bodies at least. I remember I went overseas. I did this whole European trip. Oh my God, how many bodies is that? Like it starts getting like insurmountable. Like,
yeah.
Like, why did she tell you, like, I've been to Death Valley? Okay, Death Valley, maybe. There's hope there. I've been to Area 51 before. Like,
the funny thing, this is why me and Money Gang love traveling,
that's cooked.
The idea that like guys are kind of they're the ones doing like sex tourism or something like that. But it's actually interesting because women do exactly the same thing.
Oh yeah, no, dude. Anybody who travels anywhere, what do you think they're going to be doing?
If your chick has been to the DR, it's over, bro. She been to Jamaica, brother. She got her back blown out, bro.
For sure,
bro. There's black dudes I know that told me in my face that their chick went down. It was over because like it was over. Like girls go down there, no boyfriend in sight. Like cat ladies. They just go down to the DR. God damn, dude. You go to the resort, bro.
And some of these girls will travel to like pretty dangerous places, like on their own. Like, what else are they there for? It's like, why would you be traveling on your own to a place that is probably very dangerous as a woman?
That's how much she hates your dick, you guys. She's willing to die to get this danger dick.
That's right. That's right.
Your danger, like she is so thirsting for danger dick Dan. She travels internationally. She gets a passport. She gets a flight. She plans out her day. She gets a Google Translate. Bro, just think about all the steps. It's like, it's that classic thing. Would you trip, fall, land on her? Did you trip, fall, land on his dick? Right? Like the amount of planning is insanity. Like I think we need to start really like popularizing that. Chicks actually sex tourism way more than dudes. It's crazy.
Yeah, a lot.
Because there's guys who travel to other countries and don't get none. That's crazy shit. Right. Full intentions to totally smash and they fail.
I've seen some tons of chicks in Korea doing that, bro.
Korea?
Tons. Yeah, in Korea for sure.
Wait, how so?
K-pop.
Oh, right.
Look, Americans are going over there as well. I saw a TikTok the other day of this American chick going across and going, they don't look like the K-pop stars. And I'm like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, of course. There's regular guys there, It's not. Yeah. They're not all looking like K-pop stars.
I mean, it's just damn, dude, that's crazy, man. It's just, but this is just human nature. I mean, I think this is the age of discovery, age of Aquarius. We're just finding out stuff that we should have, like, it's just where this is starting to become common knowledge. This is why, like, the younger generations, the Zoomers, are like, they're marrying less. They're like, the younger generation is actually a little more traditional, believe it or not, which is kind of good because they've seen like a lot of their older brothers or sisters just get put through the rinser. You know, it's not cool. You know. Girls trip, bro. Girls trips. If a girl ever says, "Oh, let's take a break," trust me from firsthand experience. Leave that bitch 6 feet under. No. Throw her away. I mean, she's thrown herself away. She thrown bro, like a girl. What would a girl like? I need a break. What bitch? You need to go outside and get some air? What do you mean? Like, no, like she's going to go out there to get some dick. She mean, or at the very least, she has. I'm gonna shoot my shot on this one guy that I work with, or at the gym. Or like I'm going over here and my girlfriend's gonna take me to a party and there's some hot dudes there. That's what they said. You know, it's terrible, bro. Please, for the love of God, anyone listening here, like the same thing for the girl too. If a girl, you know, like well, guys, it's a little hard to get late. Guys go on a guy's trip to cheat and then they fucking fail.
If it's on a company trip, bro, like I don't know. Whenever you're like as a guy. Right, like in like group scenarios, like anybody in group scenarios, whether it's a guy or a girl, like when people know each other and stuff like that, like that's usually where like shit like that happens.
Yo, bro, you guys gotta get some Gucci goggles, man. I was about to make a ski reference, but like, oh my lord, wait, my homeboy caught his girl cheating because she forgot to clean her. Oh my lord, oh my lord. Christ.
Oh, bro.
That is rough, man. Horrible, man. Absolutely horrible. You know, and then like now they're like, now should we say this? I guess like some of the Rihanna stuff, the Rihanna stuff starting to come out now finally of like what happened to Chris Brown and them and all that stuff. Like,
yeah. I mean, there's been a lot of stuff that's come out about that, but like it's like, who do you believe, right?
The dude. Absolutely. Like,
no, I mean, like, I don't even know the whole story, but like, all I've heard is just like, yeah, they had a terrible relationship.
Yeah, I mean, she was basically being an industry whore, and then she literally was like, I mean, basically, this is the one part of the story they're not sure which the guy is, but apparently she was cheating on Chris Brown with Jay-Z, and Jay-Z gave her an STD, and then he got an STD, and then he was like, he got tested. He's like, what the hell was going on? He got tested. He got an STD. He went to a party she was at, and he caught her in the broom closet sucking some dude off.
Damn.
In the closet. Yeah, at an industry party, and then started freaking out. And then he like, leave me that fuck. They were made a huge scene in the party, and they drove off. She fucking drove off after him, and they made them crash, bro. It was all, bro. I'm telling you, dude. Like, sheesh, man.
Yeah, it sounds like they're both terrible for each other. Why the hell did they stay together?
No, well, they broke up right afterwards. I mean,
yeah.
It's interesting when all that stuff came out, she had almost like a PR marketing campaign, and he was so quiet about it. It's so interesting that all the stuff that maybe the truth comes out later on, but in the moment, you know,
she hit him too first, though. Yep, that's right too.
That's true.
Yeah, I can see that. But
terrible, you guys.
Anytime you're around somebody that, you know, what do you call it? You just have like a bad situation with, it's just like, yeah, get away.
Yeah, it's going to cause you more problems than good in the long run.
Yeah,
you know,
the celebrities, man. Like if you look at celebrity relationships, like I think Brad and Angelina, they probably like lasted the longest. And then like Brad's oldest daughter doesn't even want his last name. I'm like, you know, that relationship is probably just terrible.
I mean, I think it's just because I think like let's just say I'm taking Brad's like side, okay? Because I mean, if I just look from the outside, like if I'm just thinking about like the way men and women work, internal feelings, but we have trouble saying it because it sounds bad. Probably he wanted to have kids that were biologically his, and she just kept, without his permission, adopting kids that weren't theirs. And then he was just like, we're just adding all these kids into our lives that aren't even ours and shit. He's like, all right, one, cool. Then you got another one. You got a black one. You got an Asian one now. Like literally, like she got like the whole rainbow.
Yeah, she like adopted everything. But like, I don't know. I see celebrities do that. I'm like, are they really making that decision, or is somebody making the decision for them? Like, what is this? It's like the weirdest PR.
It could be.
there's theories in the deep dark web that a lot of these adopted children are. Somebody had posted something up, and he had said about, obviously Macron's wife.
Yo, pause. Wait, who's over here talking about like, yo, wait, what?
A lot of these celebs are actually, transformers basically, and they actually can't have they can't have kids themselves. And if you go really down, there's a lot of theories that there's more than just a couple of celebs that are, transformers. There's actually quite a few, and it's an agenda being pushed. Hence why a lot of them have adopted kids and don't have biological kids themselves. They don't have kids themselves.
Sam Altman just got a kid, which was like super weird to me. He's a gay dude. He just got himself a boy. Never a girl, right? It's always a boy.
Yeah, weird how that works. Huh? and to Charlie's point about Angelina Jolie, the one thing I can never understand about the Brad Pitt Angelina Jolie situation was, you ever see that video of Angelina Jolie with Billy Bob Thornton?
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know if there's much recovery. Like, if you want to talk about like widowed,
bro, she was hanging off that dick, bro. It was insanity, bro. I've never. That's how you want your chick to like. That's how he was like, oh, I was dating this girl. That's how you want your girl to be like you're like, you want the boyfriend or her next boyfriend to be embarrassed by her. Like you were around, that's horrible. Like that. I mean, she was completely alpha widowed. Absolutely. Yeah. She was like hanging off of him, couldn't keep like everything. I mean, like, damn, I was like, Billy Bob, man. I mean, he must have had the hammer on him or something. It's something, bro. Like, because he was already kind of oldish already. Like,
Yeah, and she was. Yeah, she was a good-looking woman, So, well, I presume
Bad Santa's not a bad movie.
That's a great movie, man. Bye, Santa. Bye, Santa's sister. Yeah, that's insane. Celebrity-wise, like, I have to think that, like, obviously, if any Epstein stuff or anything comes out, obviously, I don't condone any of that, of course. But like, if we're just looking at
any of those things come out, there's going to be coins on them,
Oh yeah, but like Leo's probably done it the most right, probably.
Yeah,
it's getting a little older now. I mean, it's starting to like it's starting to like get weird. Fuck, I'll look it up. Let me see.
Probably like 52, I would guess. I don't know. Just taking a stab at it.
Now is how old? Age
50.
50.
Yeah.
Not too shabby. Not
bad. Not old.
But what? Shout out to my boy Belichick. Bro, so it said like it looks like a dad with his daughter watching a game walking away.
Dude, I like all the jokes everybody makes about Belichick on it, but like he's just like, yeah, so what?
Like, you guys know what it is. Like, yeah, well, he's deserving. All right. It's true, though, bro. It's absolutely
true. Was he ever married to somebody before? Like, because maybe
72.
He's 72. Dude, that'd be young. I would have guessed he was like 78.
He's 72. Oh, okay, this is starting. Wait, yo, pause. Wait.
He's an Al Pacino right there. You know what I mean?
Okay, wait. Let me see. Bill Belichick's girlfriend. Let me see. Girlfriend.
She's got to be like 23. Or no, she may be like 26.
24. Hey, yo, at least she ain't 19, bro. I mean, like,
wasn't it Al Pacino? Like, he had a kid when he was in his 70s.
Bro, can you imagine Belichick smashing?
Yeah, the thing about Al Pacino, I don't like. No homo, but yeah, he's not a bad looking person, so I can kind of.
He didn't age the best though.
But yeah. Nah.
But he is old now too, though. I mean, he is pretty old now. Like, what, Al Pacino, right?
Yeah, I think the oldest celebrity that aged the best that I've seen has been William Shatner. That guy he's like in his 90s, and he looks like he's incredible. In his 60s. Looks like he's in his 60s. I'm like, how is this guy still like alive?
It's on insurance money, bro. Like,
right, and the Priceline money, yeah.
Yeah, Priceline and stuff. But like, he's like the one guy that just had no bad stuff come out about him. He had his fun, did his stuff, still out here working, did Star Trek, did all this stuff. It's pretty awesome. Like, it's incredible he's still alive. Like, It is incredible. It's fucking incredible, actually. And then operating at that high level. Can you imagine that you were like 110 years old, still out here, like, damn, you're still in this game.
That's how you know he's invested his money right. You know,
there's this lady,
that's the secret, bro. Maybe that's the secret, just to stay busy. You know,
I do think it's important to, like, if you're a person who's like made yourself like to keep going to some extent, you know what I mean? Like, I do think like the idea of retirement's kind of, I don't know, like it's like a misnomer, you know what I mean? Like, because I don't know, if you do a career or of whatever sort for like 30, 40 years, I mean, you know, like, what else are you gonna do? You're gonna just go and chill? Like, I don't know, you could, but I don't know. Retirement seems kind of like a dream for like people who didn't really enjoy life until they had to get off the hamster wheel, right? Because like, I guess for a lot of us in the crypto industry, you know, when we're just doing crypto and shit and our own businesses and all that stuff, you know, you can, when you manage your own schedule, you can take out time in between, you can, you know, do different things. If you do need to stop for a few years, you could, you know, that kind of thing. So whereas like most of society doesn't have that luxury, right? So the dream of like, okay, like I finally get to do it, you know, when I'm old, but then it's like, you don't realize by the time most people retire, they're like, they're not like wanting to go out there and travel to a bunch of different countries because it's, you know, they're already kind of used to what they're used to.
That's the scam. They're too old to do so. You know, their health has declined so much, you know, and it's taking its toll, and they can't.
It is scam season. It is scam season.
Crime season. Let's go.
Let's go.
Well, it's time to scam those old ladies out of their life savings. You know what I mean?
There was like a really interesting story. Like, you know, have you seen some ones where like I can totally believe she didn't really get much surgery. I cannot for the life of me remember her name, but she's like a really famous actress from the 60s and 70s. And when you see her, you're like, what in the fuck, dude? She's like almost 80, and she looks 40.
Who?
I cannot remember her name. I just remember the story about her and stuff like that. And people were asking her like, "How did you stay young looking?" And it was one of the most. It made so much sense to me. Well, I have a really pretty strict schedule. I am in bed by 8:30 every night. I go to sleep every night 8:30. I don't really go out to parties or much. I don't drink, and I've done this since I was basically a teenager. And he's like, I've set strict, like, it's crazy. And she looks like that made was Sophia Loren, maybe, or how'd you happen? Yeah, it was one of them where you were like, it was like, wow, like it was an impeccable story. Yeah, no drinking, but I think it's mostly the sleep. Sleep's not sleeping. I mean, like you can run no sleeping for a long time if you have to. It's good to have that muscle power to be able to like work if you need to, but like, yeah, getting that sleep is super important. Drinking is incredible. Shout out John Daly, but like,
I always thought, do you remember Catherine Zeta-Jones? She was in Zorro back in the. Yeah, she's always kind of aged quite well.
With Antonio Banderas or which one?
No.
No, the woman in there. Yeah, she's married to. Who's she married to?
No, Salma Hayek doesn't look too bad these days.
Yeah, she's becoming sort of like
Shakira as well, to be honest. I like kind of shocked with Shakira. I'm like, that she's got to have something done. But
oh yeah, for sure, absolutely. What's the other one? What's her name? She's like super old, super older even than them. Like, she's like Beatles era. What's her name?
Beatles era, not Yoko. No, Yoko Ono.
No, hey, yo, calm down there a little bit. No. Man, what's her name? She's like super skinny, tall. Yeah, you could tell we're not from that era. Yes, Sofia Varga. God damn, bro. Okay, generational baddie, bro. God damn, she's still fine. That's crazy, dude. For how old she is, it's insane, dude. Insanity. Gordon Gekko.
Yeah, no. We were saying that Catherine Zeta-Jones, she's married to Michael Douglas, who obviously played.
She's married to,
yeah. Shout out to Gordon Gekko, bro. Classic films, man. What a. I love.
We should make a Red Pill channel called Cultivate Latinas.
Hey,
bro, that shit would hit, bro.
The research and the execution would not be too shabby, yeah.
What if that's where you go after life? Like you just go in that direction.
It's like, hey, me and Money Gang, we're teaming up. We're talking.
Ultimate Latinas. Holy crap.
Yeah, I actually will be heading towards. I've never been to Japan before, so I'm heading towards there at the moment. So
yeah, you're coming out here next week, aren't you?
I think no. I think no. Yeah, we had a couple of people make some interesting comments, anons on the internet and stuff, and yeah. So it was kind of. I'm in the process of a residency at the moment, so I'm just waiting on that paperwork. So I can't actually. I can be out of the country, but I'm gonna have to fly back to Europe quite quickly if that happens. So yeah, unfortunately, I won't be at the Vegas, but I do actually want to come out to Vegas, but probably separately for other stuff. It's hard with price down, and then you guys probably experience it as well. People will make some threats online. You got to take it semi-seriously. Not always, but some people have made some threats. So it's like,
yeah. I mean, that's never any good. So, but when are you going to Tokyo then?
Not sure. Probably next couple of months, maybe month or two. It's somewhere that I wanted to check out, but I've never. I've heard good things.
You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
Like the one place. Okay, so there's like all sorts of stuff to do in Tokyo, Japan, right? But like, one thing that there's like this really apparently like one of my friends told me about it. But like, are you going to both Kyoto and Tokyo or just Tokyo?
Probably both. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Probably both.
Yeah, there's some like crazy shit in Kyoto, like historical stuff or whatever. But like allegedly, there's this like one, like place where like a bunch of samurai were like mass murdered or something like that. Like, and the blood was like all over the floor, but then they took the floorboards and they put them on the ceiling, and like you could still see like the imprints of their body and shit. It was like for like 400 years ago, bro. But like, yeah, if you like look at Japanese history and then you look at like some of that stuff in the traditional area, like there is some brutal like history. It's really interesting, like actually at the end of the day, because it's kind of like in the UK, you have all the knights and that type of stuff, so it's kind of similar but different. But like if you're a history buff or whatever, there's like tons of kind of like actual like tangible history stuff like that. That's interesting. But yeah, technically in Yokohama back in like the 1890s, if you're British and there's like a group of British people who were like killed by a bunch of samurai as well, as like just because they didn't like them. I was like, damn. That sucks. Well, good thing you're not going then,
Like the English, yeah, let's get them. Let's step them up, shank them up. And that's how we began in London. So swords and blades, we're used to that,
yeah, exactly. But no, there's a what do you call it? I forgot what it was called, but there's just different like historical novels and stuff like that. Like I don't know, there's a lot of cool history there. So I think you'll like that. But the food is great, and like the people are awesome. So yeah. Just let me know like where you are or whatever, and or when you go, and then can tell you around or whatever.
Yeah, 100%. I'm kind of hopping around a little bit here. Again, I'm still waiting on this residency back in Europe, but just doing some Thai boxing at the moment, spending time in Thailand, and like I just had this season where I was just like, well, I need to lose some weight, I need to be in better shape, and I need to kind of lock in a little bit more. So I was like, okay, this is probably a good place to be. So I'm in a really good Thai boxing gym, and they're a bit mad. They're all really good fighters over there. So I do that in the day and do crypto stuff, and that's about it. Really, that's my life at the moment.
Locking in, man.
That's it. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, Thailand. It's some people love it. Like they love going across and being over there, but it's not completely my cup of tea. But then at the same time, I'm like, well, it's good for certain things. Like if you want to get into shape, if you want to do like Thai boxing or MMA or jiu-jitsu and stuff. And I would even argue
training there is no joke.
Oh no, yeah, it's incredible over there. Particularly in Phuket or Chiang Mai or even Bangkok. And surprisingly, I found that the training is better here than, say, for example, Brazil. So in Brazil, one of the surprising things that I didn't realize was there wasn't really many MMA gyms or like kickboxing or Muay Thai or boxing gyms. It's mainly just jiu-jitsu everywhere. So if you want to get good at jiu-jitsu, yeah, that's great. But most of the places in Rio and in Sao Paulo was just like people.
Just go to Dagestan, 2-3 years, forget. One call every 6 months, bro. You know?
Well, I was thinking going to Tbilisi in Georgia, because all of that region, right, you got the Caucasus, and then around that area, like amazing wrestling, amazing like martial arts in general, and Georgia's quite friendly to the West, whereas Dagestan, they might not like you coming in so much.
Yeah.
Can you imagine you go to Dagestan for 2 years to train, come back, and you're just a beast? He's like, no, Miguel, it was horrible. They were just bullying me for fucking 2 years.
Just smashing me, yeah. Like the memes I see online at the moment is like, it's like your son suddenly becomes a little bit fruity. Send him to Dagestan, bro. 2 years in Dagestan will sort him out, you know?
Fuck, dude, that's funny as hell.
But you guys gonna be at a conference, right? Like conference.
Yep.
Speaking as well.
Damn, she fine. Yep.
How are you feeling about it, man? Are you obviously prices kind of down? I mean, everyone's going off to the meme coins, which is the only upside I think has been that.
I mean, nothing. What's changed really? What's changed?
Nothing's changed. Yeah,
I mean, nothing's changed. I mean, nothing's changed, but like, I just find it funny. Like some guys that are so pro Richard are starting to fucking like spaz now, dude. And you know why they spazzing? Because they just got the rolling stake income taken away. That's why they're spazzing, bro. I know. Come on, but you got to.
But you know, at heart they are spazzes too.
Well, see, that's true.
Well,
that's true.
Yeah, so they're just like their inner nature's coming out at the end of the day.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's just a lot of that. I think that they're like, oh fuck, now I don't have ink money anymore to dump shit, and now I also don't have any fucking rolling hex stake money and now I have to sell coins, and that's why they're mad. That's what, and now their position is getting smaller because they're dumping here at the lows. And he's like, they know, and we all know there's gonna be a pump at some point, right? Like with the whole market, and it's gonna be a big move. And they're just like, fuck, I have to sell. Let's sell $12,000 of income. I mean, of coins this month because that's what my burn rate. Because like a lot of guys have gotten a larger burn rate over the years. Some guys have been able to keep their costs low, but still, like, or on top of that, or even worse, or let's just say they have a burn rate of like $8,000, but they picked up a shitcoin addiction on chain, and they've been kind of losing on top of that. Yikes!
Let's just say 1-800 shitcoins anonymous. Because like 1-800 shitcoins anonymous will make sure that when you're on your last $500, you don't blow your own brains out, right?
So let me tell you this right. Imagine you're stuck in a foreign country, right? Mm-hmm. And you're doing pretty good, right? You're doing pretty good, good-looking guy, right?
Yeah, I've been there before. It's all good.
How like is it like what ends up happening? Do you just end up having a harem that just costs you a fortune, or like what happens?
Oh, you're gonna go all damn Blazarian if you're like, what do you?
Well, not damn Blazarian, but let's just say like someone starts off like, oh, I'm just trying to get my girlfriend and get a dick wet, right? And then it gets to the point where like now you got like 2 girlfriends you got to take care of, right? Or some guy like that's. I mean, I can only imagine what's been going on over the last couple of years. People on the island, or people in Asia, or people over there in Europe and shit. Well,
I mean, we already know like all the people. What do you call it on the island? Like all those guys, like what? Like I don't even know how much it costs to live in Puerto Rico, but it can't be that much, right?
I'm told that like just living expenses is way higher than
really.
I mean, yes, that's
what that kind of makes sense because everything has to be shipped there, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So I heard that a lot, but I think to DCC's point, yeah, living it up and having that kind of lifestyle. And having, I don't know, you got a load of time now, right? So the money gives you the freedom and the time. So now you can focus on other things, like if you're a single guy, right? Like if you probably have a little hair.
It's like it's the same no matter where you are. I mean,
what do you think I stayed out of Miami? I was gonna get in trouble. When you get older, you get to know yourself a little bit. Like if I moved to Miami, I would have gotten in trouble.
Oh,
absolutely, bro. It's like there's no way. There's just no way.
Well, Miami just like promotes that degenerate lifestyle, like way.
Bro, they have clubs that don't like even Vegas, like it's over at 6 a.m, bro. Like club space is open at 11 a.m still. Like they party, bro. It's insane. Like dudes are in there, like the drugs in those in the like the, I mean, club space is like a specific one, but like, dude, it don't turn off. Like it's like in Vegas, I can meet somebody out somewhere. Like worst case, you're at the casino to go eat somewhere, and then you're not really doing drugs there outside of maybe like a drink, right? No, like like the culture there is actually to go to parties or go to nightclubs or go to strip clubs and shit. And dudes, and like very quickly people pick up a coke habit. Or
I would say, you know what? To be honest, like the scene in Miami is way overrated unless like you're like, what do you call it? Slinging yachts, literally. Like if you go and you're driving past like the different parts of Miami where there's like really nice, stuff going on. The yachts there are beautiful. Like some of the houses are absolutely stunning. Like if you're spending like tens of millions of dollars, I guess, on your lifestyle, sure, Miami is great. Yeah, that's true. You go.
The fake asses are a bit too much, though. I mean, it's a little like once you've seen
you
it,
just gotta go scouting. You just gotta go.
Yeah,
scouting.
You gotta go scouting. Yeah.
But like, what do you call it? I don't know. Just the average lifestyle in Miami. Like everybody's like, oh, the clubs, all the clubs and stuff, and I'm like, bro, I've seen like so many better clubs in other cities around the world. It's not even funny. But like the difference with Miami, I guess, is just like everybody's out. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those cities where it's like the culture is to like just everybody goes out. So I guess that's the thing that's different is everybody is mingling a hell of a lot more. But yeah, I mean, Miami would be so much better on just like a yacht parked at your house. You know what I mean? Like,
well, it also creates this kind of very opportunistic environment where people, if you're moving to Miami from a different country, like a lot of the Latinos going across and stuff, it's like, well, they are looking for like an American guy, but they're also looking for, top tier. So I heard a lot of people say like, you'll get a girl come across from say Colombia and she's kind of relatively normal. And then within a year, she suddenly become like, oh, he's got to have this, he's got to have that. I want to be taken here. I want to go to this restaurant. I want to be, that Miami mentality suddenly imprints on them. And once that's done, it's kind of done, It's like,
I mean, this is a tale as old as time. I mean, literally, Eddie Murphy was talking about this in the 80s. He's like, I'm going to get myself I'm so tired of the women around here and stuff like that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go to Africa. I'm going to go to the motherland. I'm going to get myself a woman from the jungle and stuff. She's butt naked out here. I'll put clothes on her. I'll bring her over to here. And then guess what happens? I bring her over here. I bring her to the house. I have her in Malibu. And then she starts getting Malibu friends. And then one day she'll come to me, Eddie, I want half.
this is always why you prenup, bro. No.
Yeah. It's just corrupt. I mean, the main thing that corrupts girls is the other girls.
That's right.
100%, yeah.
If all her friends are married, she really wants to get married. She really wants to get, she really wants to have kids. If all her friends have kids, you better be careful, Like, if all her friends are single. If all her friends are single.
That's right.
I'm an American woman now, Eddie. Yeah, that's right. Damn. Road trip to Miami. Yeah. But I guess the market's crashing apparently. That's what everyone's saying, but it's like I don't feel
down
it.
a whole 0.5%.
I don't feel it on Sonic right now. Yeah, I always people like it's tanking. Not really.
Nah, it's a few percent. It's because Solana's down 7%.
Well, Ethereum had a good weekly close, and then it came down $100 to start the week, and it's like, wham. Ethereum's the same price, or it's $40 higher than it was 5 days ago.
Turning into a great stable coin.
Yeah, exactly right.
So why is everyone mad? They overinvested in Solana meme coins, and now they're not the meme coins aren't pumping, and neither is Solana, and now people are scared and mad.
So people are just bored too.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But I tell you.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I'll tell you what, though. Sui meme coins, they're just as ruggy as Solana. Actually, they're worse. I was playing around on Sui, and I was like,
do tell.
The number one trending coin for the 24 hours, right? And 6 hours on Dex Screener. And I was in on this, it was like an AI project or something like that.
Link AI?
No, it was, let me find it actually, real quick, because this was a couple of days back. And then the thing rocked, and I was like, wow, even the top trending coins are rocking. What is this?
Oh, yeah.
It's just because there's no pump money right now to sustain some stuff. So they're just short rugging for cash right now to keep trying to build back their Sui stacks. and shit.
Mainly the elite players in the game are just like, okay, we just hold at least Bitcoin's price. We have some of the, time for BlackRock and all these other guys to get in. Like, we just kind of hold this here. Meanwhile, everything else that's volatile, like, we can keep buying up. And I mean, mainly probably Ethereum, right? Especially if you're a bigger player. And so then when you're waiting for that, to stack up, then you're just like, it's literally just waiting for the next 60-day cycle, because if Bitcoin, let's say Bitcoin stays at 95K, like, it has some fluctuation up and down a bit, but like, as long as Bitcoin's staying, I would say really above 94 to 95,000. And then once it gets back above the 111-day moving average, which is like almost $97,000, and you can kind of hold that for the next 1 week. If we do get that, then that we get at least 2 weeks of upside, even if we were to be in a bearish situation for that next 60-day cycle. And that 2 weeks of upside, I would say towards the beginning to middle of March, that would, it'd either be one of two events, right? It would be one, okay, that's enough of a bounce before tax season that, the whales want to get out a bit, right? Or it's the start of an altcoin season run, and a lot of projects are coming out and a lot of, investments are being made. And that's really what it seems like the market's gearing towards, just because, I mean, for the crypto mindset course, we have one particular, coin that we know is coming out within next month that we're going to be kind of walking you guys through. But then there's a ton of others that are actually very well planned by quite larger organizations and crypto stuff like that. So it seems like, everybody's still building into the bull market, which is generally a good sign.
Yeah.
But I mean, the stock market, yeah, if you get the stock market to be super bearish, that could slow things down. But I mean, as long as the stock market just chops around here this week, doesn't necessarily have to bounce back up, but as long as it doesn't drop a whole lot, then there's not that much sell pressure. I mean, we've seen kind of the worst sell pressure that you could see is like a $1.5 billion hack in the last week, and Bitcoin was just like, yeah, like
in a bear market that would make like big lows. That you think that kind of news comes out, but like right now, and this is why I'm kind of like very bullish. I'm looking at the price of Bitcoin; it's not dropped below 85K. And so I'm kind of like, well, okay, this is staying fairly level, and maybe it's just, I'd be interested to get your thoughts on this. COVID crypto is like this, almost like we're getting. If you remember back in, I want to say the kind of beginning of the bull run where we went from about 40 up to 73, and then it just stayed sideways for a good number of months, and then we had that next leg up in the November period. Like I'm starting to think that we're going to see a bit of that, where it just stays sideways for a bit, and then we go on to the next leg. But
I think so. As long as we hold like the current levels in the mid 90K region, I think that's true. And like the time that I kind of, we have to wait about 7 to 10 more days to figure this out. But the time that I'm thinking it's most similar to is right after the COVID crash. This is just mainly based on 60-day cycles, which is we came right out of that. And then before that big alt season in the DeFi summer of 2020, we were just going sideways. And in a 60-day cycle, if you have a high that's before day 30, that's considered bearish. If the second half, right, you can't beat that high, then what tends to happen is the last part of the 60-day cycle, the price just drops massively or makes a new low below where the cycle started. But the only time a 60-day cycle has never done that, where it had a new all-time high or a new high, a left translated new cycle high, but left translated, so bearish, but it didn't make a new low, price held up, price just went sideways. That was, I think, the April-May period, right after the COVID crash. And then right after that, price just exploded and the whole DeFi summer happened. We had kind of a chill part in September, and then we went crazy into new all-time highs towards the end of the year. But that started pretty much about a 10 to 12 month bull run. And so, like you kind of said, sellers exhausted, right? I think two of the more interesting like on-chain data stats that I've seen recently are like, if you look at Bitcoin long-term holders, they pretty much have the whole time Bitcoin's kind of like chilled around 100K trying to make new highs, but hasn't. long-term holders have been the biggest sellers, which are pretty much Bitcoin maxi sellers, right? And then what do you call it? In terms of buying pressure, the ETFs pretty much from about mid-December, BlackRock and all those companies stopped buying as many ETFs as they had been for Bitcoin. Mainly BlackRock stayed the most consistent buyer. And so once you pretty much have the stop of long-term holders selling on the market, plus, more than just BlackRock buying ETFs again here, once you see those two factors, we probably see that going into the next couple of months. And once we see that, those are also, I think, some metrics to look at to be like, okay, the market's coming back and healthy again.
And in March, correct me if I'm wrong here, I think we got a load of these ETFs that will be launched. I think their final deadline's coming up. Like, for example, I think Solana, Litecoin, Doge, what's the other one? I forget what the final deadline is, but I'm pretty sure a few of them have it in the end of March. I might be wrong on that one.
Yeah, I think they're probably between like March and August of this year, I would guess, for like Dogecoin and like Solana, and Dogecoin, Solana, and Ripple are probably the first three.
Business, what market? Oh, come on, Solana. I mean, Solana's done really great up until this point. Now but it's had multiple seasons.
The baton, it seems like here, because it's like the money like left Solana. They're like, okay, where are we going? And it's just like, okay, Sonic's finally making some money, and everybody's like, okay, let's go over there.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice, and at some point, it's gonna rotate over to something else. Pulse chain will have its turn, just like every other chain. Sui's gonna have a season. I really believe Sui's gonna have a big season.
Yeah,
and I'm getting myself in position for that as well.
Yeah, I think all of the alt season, like what I'm really looking forward to is when we have an alt season that lasts more than like 3 or 4 months. You know what I mean? But either way, though, like in the course, we're going to be talking about what do you call it? How to play like a long-term alt season, how to kind of see that it keeps going, but then also how to like play more of like the trading game here in crypto as well when you do more flips over quarters and stuff. We can show the calendar or whatever a little bit later, but one of the webinars will be kind of scouting some of the I don't know I'm labeling it as the best swing trades for Q1. One other way to look at it is a kind of like the easiest traded chart setups for Q1, just because like we want you guys to be able to have the ability to play short term as well as long term.
Right. So
and take profits within the quarter. You know what I mean?
So this is Miles. Most flows being bridged over to Sonic are coming from Solana, according to D-Bridge Finance. It would seem Solana degens are finding a new home elsewhere.
Nice.
Yeah. Which I'm not surprised. I mean, yeah, like it's all a base protocol, Ethereum, Binance. Yeah. Yep. It's about right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Makes sense. They're yield farming. It's just because like you can have memes that you can actually yield and make some more other money as well and stuff. I mean, meme pie is real. Meme pie is real.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Solana's pretty boring by comparison.
Sounds just in the rug pull. Nobody cares. They just stay in memes, brother. You just said Bitcoin and memes is the only way you make money. So like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? That's all your name's monkey.
He's just doing monkey business. Don't listen to anything he says.
Sit down saying what you're buying on Sui. I haven't seen any anything that's really taken my pick. I just get the coin at the moment, and then probably something will come out of.
Yeah, there's only one right now on Sui that's like really much of anything, which is DeepBook, which is pretty much their liquidity provider.
Nima's like the Solana prediction has changed. No, it's not changed. I still believe there's going to be a Solana ETF before the cycle's over. The cycle's not over. So like the thing is, everyone's like gets super religious or loses their religion. And like when this little dip happens, that's why we always put the courses right here on the sales. Why? So people get in at the best prices. So then when they look back, like, holy crap. I mean, literally we did a little thing right here where we went back and checked the prices last time we were on Fresh and Fit, right? But
right.
Look what happened. This
wasn't even the lows, right? This is the end of September, beginning of October. Technically, that's really bright.
God's lying.
Technically, like lows or whatever for most altcoins were in August of last year. And then we had most accumulation in September and early October, and then we kind of took off that late.
Shit's so bright I can't even read it. Hold up, let me. All right,
the golden screen of how much money, like the crypto.
No, that's the gain. That's how much gains we made. That's how much gains.
You know, it reminds me of. It reminds me of the door in like the, what do you call it when you go to heaven?
Yeah.
The
golden iPhone.
Yeah, show me your portfolio.
So good. All right. So where are we at? Well, so what do we want to do? Bitcoin first?
Yeah. So right here. So like okay. This is September. Same time we're promoting Fresh and Fit. We're promoting the courses. Bitcoin was 633,000 in the quarter. In the quarter, it went up to $109,000. Okay. Ethereum was $2,400. It went up to $4,000 in the quarter. Let me keep going. Solana was $150, went up to $295, $300 in the quarter. Pepe was 3.6 billion, went up to $11.2 billion market cap. Doge was 10 fucking cents and went up to 45 cents. Phantom Sonic was 70 cents, went up to 140. Let me bro. It's just crazy.
Basically, everything is pretty much doing a 2x plus. You know, if they had a better run than some others, they did quite a bit more. So, which is great.
Yeah, we tell people like this is an incredible. Damn, these glasses. Look how much brighter my room is. I start talking about all these gains I made. I just start getting this glow. Like, look at the room just like this glow.
Yeah, that's why we're here.
I'm the angel to save your portfolio, you guys. You just have to listen.
Yeah, you just have to get in the crypto mindset course, bro.
Crypto mindset for the win, you guys.
Card is 100% correct, right? The CMC launch is always a buy signal, undefeated. I looked back at I should probably look back at historical every single time. Might take a little bit of time to get that out, but in the last 1 year, the worst situation for the crypto mindset courses, we only went up. We had like gaining prices for a month. I think it was in Q2 of last year or whatever after we came out, but we still, we had that upswing part, and then it turned into like the best accumulation quarter based on what we got in the second half of the year. So either way, we made sure we won on that, but yeah. We're not too shabby at this timing thing. You know what I mean? I don't know. These 60-day cycles, these 4-year cycles, I don't know. They might work. Just maybe.
So, Money Gang, I got to ask you something, man. Since you're in the trenches, right? In Pulse
Yes,
Chain.
sir.
How my Pulse Chain brothers living? What's happening, man?
To be honest, there's kind of two types of guys, I would say. Like the ones that I'm in with are all degening and meme coining, right? But there are like sub communities that are growing out. There's a guy that I think you guys should have on is I don't know if you know Coach X. He's pretty cool for the ecosystem. Yeah,
I heard about him. I never heard him talk or anything yet.
He was a co-founder of PTGC, and he's got like a sub community there, and he's created some really good launches. Like
he's had I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah. And
then there was a few really good calls recently. So it's kind of like the degens kind of went off with those types of guys as well, and they've been doing well. We got in early on, obviously Most and Pump and all of the Richard Hart memes. Like it was funny. My mate's calling me up. I'm like in bed watching Netflix, and then boom, all of it's kicking off. So we all jumped in real early, and so by degenning quite a bit, people are doing well, but it's kind of going against the quote unquote core principles of Richard. Is like, oh, don't trade and don't do this and don't do that. So people have an existential crisis because hey, everything that Richard said not to do, people are doing and they're being successful at it, which is ironic. But
except for leverage, right? Like I have yet to see somebody use leverage on Pulse Chain properly.
Well, the problem is the fees are too crazy. I saw someone win the other day on Fame, and he'd made like 1.4K profit, but he paid 1.1K in fees.
No, are you serious?
Oh,
bro. I should be getting way more of my cut. I gotta, I was gonna say, Dylan, bro, where's my cut out of that? Holy shit!
I was gonna say the Fame guys are eating well for that, So, but most of us have been leveraged. Like if we're doing any form of leverage, like that 2.1K dip, Like, I'm not gonna lie, ladies, liquor, and leverage.
Lawyers.
I do all three. So, so I chucked a little bit in on the dip on ETH, and that did well on Jupiter. But on Pulsechain, I ain't doing any leverage type stuff over there. And that did well. Took some profits on that. So I know a couple guys doing leverage, but yeah, most guys that I know who are in leverage, like serious leverage, they've lost 7 figures. It's like, it's crazy. I had a guy call me up.
Hex guys are just people you know from outside?
No,
of Hex?
outside of Hex. Yeah, one guy who's kind of more of a, I would say he's like a Bitcoin Ethereum guy, but he's always been. He does his own YouTube channel, does leverage, and another guy I know lost 6 figures, and I'm like, wow, you're giving because you're not in spot. You're literally, your patience is so low that you're giving your gains to the market. You're literally giving away everything that you've earned. It's like stupid.
This is for you guys, man.
Broke nigga alert. 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 Broke nigga alert.
Dude, I shouldn't say too much, but I just recently talked to somebody. He basically blew up his portfolio because of leverage as well, and started using instruments like futures and shit he shouldn't have been touching.
Right.
And like that's why me and Charlie, we don't have anything. We talk about like, okay, this is what leverage is and stuff, but we don't promote any of that. We don't use it at all. Like, you can make enough money just on spot alone, damn near. And then every time a leverage dude listen to it, listen to these plebs. I'm fairly confident I've got more money than you. Extremely fairly confident.
It's like that. What do you call it? Guy trying to do like kung fu, like Bruce Lee or whatever. He's like cha 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 cha, and then he like does a flip or whatever, back flip, and then like breaks his neck or something.
Or like he's in front of Indiana Jones and just, can I just shoot him? He's
Exactly. Something like that.
Like, it's crazy, and it's like you're doing options and futures, and they all have really high fees anyway. And then on top of that, right, you bet wrong, or like you could be right, and like Richard said this, you could be right, but it can wick you can wick in the wrong direction for a little bit, stomp you out, and then actually do what you thought it was going to do.
Whenever I've been stopped out, it's literally been that. like you look at it, and you know that meme with Bogdanov, right? And
Bogdanov.
What sell, like, and it will just wick down, and then it just like pipes up and just starts sending you like, what's going on? But I've done okay from some. I think most of the guys go big, and then obviously it's basically indicating to the exchanges, holy shit, there's a massive chunk of money that's on the table. And so all the short sellers are like, oh, he's gone long. Okay, let's dump it down. Let's manipulate the price, get him out. So
but they don't know social wallets.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's just be careful. Like this market's choppy as hell. So I think you stay spot. There's probably other opportunities, meme coins that you could jump into, or like you were saying, like kind of hype waves in different L1s that you can jump into, where you can kind of play that. That's going to be an easier play than leverage.
And what spot means, you guys, for the guys who don't know what spot means I'm just buying the coin and holding it. It means no leverage. I actually physically own the token. It's in my wallet. And I'm just looking for price appreciation of the token, like a stock or something like that. Normally, just watching the price chart. Leverage is you guys aren't holding. You're holding no spot, but you've essentially taken USDC and essentially borrowed money. That and the way you get multiple, like let's just say I'm in a token that's worth $1 and it goes to $2. And I have 3x leverage. I'm basically borrowing, and let's just say I put $1,000 up. They've let me borrow $3,000 of that token, and because it goes up $1, I make that plus vig and fees. So like a 2.8x or something on a one. Well, I'd be more than that because it doubled and shit. But you know what I mean. But this is what's so dangerous, because like let's just say I'm taking 3x leverage and it goes down like 30. Like you would think 30. The math is 33% down. I get liquidated. No. It's because there's fees and everything on top of that. It might be 28. It just goes down 28%, and you lose all your money. So like let's just say I have $1,000 to take 3x leverage. It wicks down 30%. I lost my $1,000. Shit. Holy crap. on 5x leverage, bro, it's like nothing, dude. It's like
and then there's people who are doing like 100x, bro.
Oh,
I'm like,
bro, I love
you-
100x on a few $100, mate.
That sounds like kind of fun.
Well, yeah, a few $100, whatever, right? Like that's you can go to the casino and just be like, whatever, that's fine.
Literally, yeah.
But like,
Casino money.
I had a consultation with the guy once. Obviously, nothing ever.
Welcome,
said.
brother.
Yeah, exactly. Welcome. And somebody had asked before, like they'd asked, like, is the crypto mindset course a one-time, lifetime payment? So we do this once every 3 to 4 months, and every course is a new product and service. So it's a different, it's a different purchase each time. But you do get the crypto mindset course for life in terms of everything that we do that quarter that you're there. We never take it away from you. You have all the recordings, the chat, everything, you have forever pretty much. But what was I saying? God damn it.
Oh, you were talking about a guy 100x leverage.
Right. So this guy I had a consultation with, he was like coming to the consultation. He was like, yeah, I know I fucked up. I'm like, what'd you do, bro? And he was just like, he lost on 100x leverage, but not on crypto, on gold. Gold futures, right? So I'm just like, bro, like at least on a volatile asset it makes sense. But I'm like, bro, like, why are you doing that? You know what I mean? But like, yeah, like every story I've heard from people when they go too hard on the leverage side, it's always just Rexville,
Yeah. Anyway. Oh, fuck, dude. Yeah, people are asking what's happened to Illuvium or GameFi. Look at Ethereum; it hasn't pumped yet. Like that's what's going on. Like a big part of the Ethereum market's completely stalled out. Most of GameFi is Ethereum based and stuff, or L2 based. So the main what's happened to Pulse Chain? Why hasn't the Pulse Chain ecosystem pumped or anything? Right? Why hasn't Sui pumped? Look at Sui. If you look at the Sui charts, right? It's the coin. The L1 went up a little bit, but like now that it's going down to flat, look at every other coin. Like they're all down 90%, 85% on their dexes, mind you. Right? Good time to buy, I think. But but that's what happens. L1 token no do good, underlying token no do good. If let's just say like let me close my eyes real quick. Let's just say Sonic crashed to 40 cents right now. Shadow would probably go to $75.
Or lower, wherever the support zone is, yeah.
Yeah, wherever the support zone and stuff. And you always get a little you can get a little the support zones are much more stronger on the L1 token because there's more money, more people buying it. But on these tokens, it can be a little more illiquid and stuff. Yeah. So maybe you get a little more of a wick down and stuff like that. Yeah. But like that's all it is. But this is when you buy. This is why we keep making money. Like this, I mean, Cameron's right, bro. Like,
how they legends, they doing podcasts. They said we make more money than you, nigga. We sit here and make more money than you. I know you don't want to play the Cash App, open your bank account game on the phone when we see each other. I know you don't want to open the phones up and see how much niggas got in the account. You made $2 million.
I know you don't.
Like right now, I'd be so bullish buying Pulse Chain or Hex or anything right now because anytime I see people crying, oh, bro, we're so close. Like when I see memes like this.
I hate when people say Soul Season this, we have a meme super cycle. I was talking to this one guy and he said, oh, Trump coin was going to save the market. Brother, have you seen what's been going on? We have every celebrity launching meme coins. Soul is damn near close to $200 fucking dollars. For fuck's sakes, my mom texted me about fucking Trump coin. I can't believe all these people saying, oh, Soul's gonna bounce back here. This and that. Like, shut the fuck up. If I hear this one more fucking time, I'm gonna take a dildo and shove it up your ass, you fucking dickhead. We are going to zero, goddammit.
Something about that just fine. That's what I heard.
We're getting chicken, motherfuckers. We're getting chicken out here, bro. And this right now, like, oh my god, Solana's fucking broke down. It's at $150. This is when I hit my baby moms up. Hey, baby, the market's down right now. I hug her. She's doing the dishes.
I need you to work an extra job.
Honey, I really need to get this dip. Get my purse. I mean, it's some of us, we got to work hard, bro. I mean, some of us are like,
you just gotta start an Indian call center that's gonna go scam like a bunch of old grandmas, right? Like,
well, all right.
I think that's like it's like a better investment than your own kidneys, right? Like,
I mean, look how tough it's in the streets right now. Look at this.
What the fuck, Anthony? What about your job? What happens if they piss test you?
I don't have a damn job. I lost it 3 months ago. You wanna know what I've been doing for the last 2.5 months for money? Huh? I've been fucking hella bitches. Cause apparently good dick is hard to find.
What are you saying?
I'm saying this house you live in, the mortgage that's being paid, the food on the table, all financed by my dick.
All right.
No lies detected. No lies detected. Oh man. But like this is when, all right, like look, I can't condone like getting credit card debt. I can't condone you going to the bank and asking for a second more, especially that one. Goddamn, no, please don't do that, please. But like anything that could affect your children, right? But like I can't, but I can condone you if you want to sell it. Like you got 3 cars outside, you don't use one of them. Exit. Use that capital. When the because right now, because we're like this dip is so golden because later on when they got that $5,000 Doge bucks coming out, bro. Last time, smells like a stripper's ass. You know, it was $1,200. This is $5,000. Everything's gonna pump in the market if it comes out, of course, right? But like if it does come out, if it's $5,000 or $2,000, the market's going to have a nice little season. What is it going to go to? It's going to go into Solana meme coins, Pulse Chain meme coins, Pulse Chain. Everything is going to get a bid, basically.
Yeah, I hope the meme comes back that basically says like, hey, the $1,200 stimmy check that you got, what's it worth today? Right? If you put it in Bitcoin, if you put it in Hex, if you put it in whatever, you know, if we get the same thing this time around, like I think every community just has to like beat that drum again. Right, like if you would have just put it in this, you'd gain this much because like that really did work last cycle.
That did,
so
yeah.
We were on FNF. We were on FNF, right? And it was 24 cents. It's 23 cents today. Beautiful, even better, right? What's the max here? The max it got to was about 80 cents, right? So let's just say that the Doge money comes out, right? Most normies are probably. I mean, it's probably the smart move. If you get the Doge dollars and you put 5,000 in Doge, you're probably at this point going to get a 4x. Like Doge to $1 is crazy.
At this point, at least. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Don't take loans, you guys. But like sell off dumb shit you don't use, like a TV. Well, TVs don't really worth that much anymore. But like, so you got a Jordan collection, bro. Just dump it. Like you don't need it, bro. Like let's be honest, most Jordans are fucking. I mean, they flooded the market anyway. But like,
sell your gold.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was going to say sell your gold with the
sell your gold, some silver and stuff. You know, don't sell the lead. Keep the lead, but like sell the.
You can buy it all back too.
You can buy it all back. Buy back bigger, but you know you gotta see what you work extra hours and stuff. But you know this is why our guys already know this. Like we already drilled this to our guys and stuff. They've been we told our guys like at the peak of the market, right when things are like not right now. But like 6 months, 7 months, right? Everyone's like peak euphoria. Oh my God, Money Gang. I'm going to name my first kid after you. I swear to God, bro. PGC, it's hit 10, 15 cents, bro. Thank you, bro. It's fucking crazy. I'm going to buy you a villa in Colombia, brother. I promise. And then, a year later, if I ever see Money Gang in person, I'm going to fuck him up. I swear, bro. It's on site with you, motherfucker. I swear to you.
Literally.
And it's like, and then
here's like the round trip that most.
Oh, bro, the round trip's incredible, dude. Because me and Charlie have seen the round trip. Miguel, Charlie, I'm gonna be my firstborn. Literally, real.
Yeah, we had that wasn't even just one-off time. That was like multiple people, like over. Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
My first son, my first kid. I'm gonna name him Miguel. I'm gonna name him Charlie. I might name my girl Luna or something. Bro, I saw that. That was crazy.
Did you see that one? I never saw that one.
No, in the Asian community. Oh yeah, there was huge. I mean, during the Luna stuff, like tons of kids were named Luna. I'm not even joking about that. Yeah. Can you imagine you're named after a fucking dead shitcoin named Luna?
Hey, but at least you can say it's all the other stuff, right? I got a different story.
But naming them Luna.
At least they're not naming their kids Caroline. You know what I mean?
Oof, that name's dusted, bro. Caroline's out here, bro. Lunatics, terrorists. Oh yeah, I remember.
Bro, if anyone doesn't talk about female privilege, that is female privilege.
Yeah.
Yo, How is the ugliest chick in the world like doing what she was doing in 21 is wild, bro.
Yeah, that, what do you call it? That bargaining chip of a few $1 billion after she left too. That was crazy.
Like we were talking about this on FNF too as well. Like that she's just, I just didn't know what was going on. Do you know how difficult it is? I mean, we're like how much work it is to move $3 billion securely and take it with you, unless she literally just like took her treasure out on a little USB stick and just jammed $3 billion in one wallet and went. No, because they had, look in that wallet, right? It had a fuck ton of Ethereum, Solana, Bitcoin. Look at all the coins that if you owned any of these coins, you're gonna get a fraction of it, right? Except Ethereum round trip. Shout out. But it's crazy. Ethereum was the only one that you got 1 for 1. Yeah, well, if you lost an Ethereum, you got $2,400 back. Dude,
so
$100 right now.
You know she had the exit plan planned for like a year,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, you know when the crack started showing is when she did an interview and her knees were all red and her like elbows were all. It was fucking really weird. There's like some shit where like she literally was on her floors, bro. Oh no, dude. Yikes. She's like, and then she tried to explain how to do leverage trading, and she didn't know really how to explain it at all. And she's like, "What's a stop loss?" Oh, what?
Yeah, she didn't have any stop loss. That was wild. Like, no stop losses. I'm like,
and then I get so mad when they say like, "Oh, Sam's a great investor." He made some okay investments there too, but like you also got to think too, like if you actually listen to some of the story, like when you're famous and then you're at the top of the thing, you get invited to all the best shit anyway. They've already kind of pre-selected stuff. It's not some conspiracy theory. It's just like they bring you only the best deals because they want you to promote it and it's most well-funded stuff. So it have the highest chance of doing okay, right? They offered Suzu of 3 Arrows Capital, right? They offered them. This is back in early 2020. They offered him when the price is already 4 cents. So the all-time low on Phantom was 3 cents. They offered 3 Arrows Capital. They could buy as much Phantom as they want at a penny. They passed on it. It went to $360. I mean $306. Damn it, $3.60. They missed on a 360x. Right. And they said, yeah, we missed Phantom and stuff, but like we got offered all kinds of other ones. And that's what happens is they got offered when you're in that position, that power position, everyone's just throwing shit at you. They'll throw you're almost stupid to pass on any L1 effectively. Mm-hmm. Because you get like they offered him Solana, like Solana, right? It's like, oh, it's VC backed. Okay, cool. I'll throw a couple thousand. Imagine getting in Solana at a penny.
It's crazy.
Even $1,000. Let's just say like, all right, I'm gonna do $1,000 at a penny, right? So that's 100,000 Solana times $156 is $15.6 million on $1,000. That's not even selling the top.
Yeah,
I had to turn down the copium down a little bit on the phone right here. But like that's $15.6 million on $1,000. You think so? Imagine this, right? Like stay with me now, right? The guys at the All In podcast, there's no way in hell they didn't at least throw 50 grand or 100 grand, right? So I
bet you those guys put in more than that.
Yeah,
let me do the math here. Let me do
definitely minimum 100. Different minimum.
Yeah, minimum.
$1.5 billion if you did 100 grand.
Oh yeah.
If you did 100 G's at a penny, you got $1.5 billion. Let me see the market cap of Solana right now. Solana is currently $78 billion, right? Now, obviously, there's not all it's liquid. It's unlocking over a period of time and stuff like that. But what do you think these guys? Everyone's so happy, right? Of course. And why do you think it didn't go as high as it's going to go higher? I believe, I really do. But like, it should have already hit $600 already, $700 already.
And Ethereum should be 7,000 too.
Imagine if everyone loved Richard. Imagine everyone, like, we created a fucking app where you could just onboard directly onto Pulse Chain called the Phantom Wallet. Oh, dude. And then everyone's like making videos and it's going viral on TikTok of like, dude, you see the new Pump.Tires coin? Oh, dude, what? I just launched on Pump.Tires, you guys. Imagine everybody and their mom, every influencer. You got FaZe Banks. You got everybody and their mama talking about Pulse Chain. What do you think Pulse Chain would have done, right? But why did Solana only do that? It actually didn't perform as well as it should have, actually, with how much dumping it
barely even went above all-time high.
Yeah, it still did incredible. I'm not going to say it didn't do good. It was like it went from like $7-8 to like $300.
But that was on the basis that FTX was one of the biggest investors and the whole thing crashed.
Yeah.
And like people forget that Solana at that price, it's a no-brainer looking back, right?
Yeah.
But at the time, people were like, "Yeah, that's done." Solana's
it's
done
risky.
now.
It's risky. Yeah.
Well, nobody liked the tech either. Everybody's like, "Yeah, this fucking shitty ass chain."
And it shuts fast, but shuts down. Has outages and stuff.
So
yeah.
Okay, not to toot our own horn, but like if we were to pick, like, let's just say me and Charlie like said, like, what are the 4 chains we invested the most money in as an example, right?
Yeah.
So Solana, Ethereum, Sonic, Pulse Chain, Ton. They're all in the top right here. They were not down. Well, of course, Ethereum was always down here, but like these were down here, right? And slowly but surely, look, there's Pulse Chain right above Ton token. There's Sonic token. There's Ethereum base, of course, but there's no token. So there's only like 1 or 2 tokens to invest over there. BSC possibly with the Yeezus token, and then Solana, right? And like we were some of the earliest guys on YouTube talking about like, yo, like I'm throwing into Solana. I don't like Solana, but I think it's a good investment. I personally got in at $16. A lot of our guys got in at the all-time lows. Wow. But I was waiting for confirmation. It was like, oh, this is getting support. Okay, let's go. Bam. Let's chuck it.
And I look at something that had like I remember when Blast was like everyone was trying to
Blast
airdrop farm. That died. That died.
I stayed away from Blast, bro. I was like, oh no, I don't get it, bro.
Where is it, man? It's not even on the list. Man.
It's right here, above the era.
Yeah, got absolutely destroyed.
Bro, I was cooking Cardano the other day, man. I was like, man, Cardano's this and this and this. Where's Cardano at? Wait, hold up. Where's Cardano? Cardano. It's below Algorand, below say, and like obviously there's been some rumors that possibly that he's going to work in the U.S. government, and there might be an ETF. So it's been pumping, but it was barely above Starknet, which is like a failed Bitcoin L2 like woman-led chain, which is like everything you need to know about it. DeFi chain.
Do you know what's funny about Cardano as well? It's like I woke up this morning and I see Charlie Hoskinson post like, "Hey guys, just to let you know that Kanye West isn't launching on Cardano." And I'm like, who was thinking that? Like, of course he's not going to launch on Cardano. Are you crazy? Of course not. Where are you guys? There's no volume on your chain. What are you talking about?
Well, like you can't even build anything on Cardano properly. Like, yeah, it's just like all these chains now. Like you don't even have to be a developer to build anything, right? And it's like Cardano though. Like you have to figure out some sort of fucking crazy ass Rubik's cube in order to even pop up anything on chain.
I knew that Cardano was cooked when they had the awards, and I think it's the Hosky token won the award for best meme coin 5 years in a row.
Yeah,
yeah, they had Cardano awards. The only reason I know this is Vaj, who's like he's like a Cardano maxi, but sometimes plays around on Pulse Chain. He had gone to these awards, so he takes all these pictures and he goes to like.
Oh, this is physical. This is physical.
Yeah. It was like in Dubai, I think it was. And
I think Ton Vase was there too. Yeah, I think I saw that.
Like Hosky token has won this like 4 or 5 times in a row every year. I was like, man, this is cooked.
The one thing is I would see, this is where Richard Hart and Charles Hoskinson are very, very similar. They know how to get the liquidity of the whales and at least minus Rackham, let's say. They know how to get the liquidity of the whales and everything in the same direction to pump the token. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like that's the one thing I've never seen a bull market where Cardano didn't pump along with an alt season.
That's true.
So we can talk as much shit as we want about Cardano, but at the end of the day, we'll pump. So the thing that I'm most excited about with Pulse Chain Cardano, right, the real Cardano, is bro, if that could, like, not only can it get to, if it got to the real price of Cardano, but then if it also chased Cardano up in the bull market, bro, that would just be ridiculous.
I think it's a bad idea. I mean, to fade Cardano on Pulse Chain is a bad idea. I would at least get myself like 1 million coins. It doesn't cost anything.
Yeah.
I mean, what does it cost on nothing? Fairy dust, literally magical fart dust. I mean, I don't know.
And the thing is, the narrative's there as well with like Charlie Hoskinson, getting so angry with all of the pulse chain guys, and now it's just a running narrative. It's like, okay, we're gonna, it's like a woman scorned. It's like
yeah.
They're like they're gonna send it anyway. She cheats and goes and sleeps with all of your mates.
Dude, Arthur Hayes is like, these motherfuckers still owe me $6 million talking about Suzu.
Isn't Kyle Davies still in Indonesia or something?
Yeah, man, it's crazy. I guess I guess apparently they had a leveraged meme coin exchange that went under. Suzu did or whatever.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Suzu.
I just remember the last time I saw any of them on a threat or on a interview was like Kyle Davies went on with Laura Shin, and Laura Shin's like just roasted him at the very beginning, and she was just like, why don't you what do you call it, give your money back or do all this stuff, and he was just like like he didn't know what to say. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, but you know why they're mad at them? It's because because the insiders took a rinse. That's why they're mad. It was if that's why they're really mad. Like, I mean, she was mad about that. Look at like
you don't go to a country in Indonesia where you could be the only place where you can't be extradited if you're completely innocent. You know what I mean? Like Suzu is running around like a free man. Kyle Davies and someone kind of wondering like, okay, like what was in the background, like who is pulling what? You know what I mean? Because maybe he did other stuff that we don't even know about.
Is Kyle Davis like a tiny hat?
I don't know. Maybe he could be
Can someone do that research for me?
Kyle Davis. Yeah.
Watch is like every single time. God damn it! No, don't you?
Is Laura? Isn't Hepburn? What's her face?
Laura Hepburn.
Her brother too.
I think their dad was like a Jewish. I'm not sure she's Jewish, but it's maybe a banking family. She comes from like a banking family or something. Comes from money.
I'm wondering if Kyle Davies even has like a, what do you call it, an Instagram or like a Wikipedia or something.
Probably not. Well, maybe. I don't know.
I'm looking at the 3 Hours Capital Wikipedia right now just to see.
3 Hours Capital Wikipedia.
Well, just like, sometimes they were like,
yeah.
He was born in, New York.
He looks like a British dude.
I'm a really make sure, as me and Charlie get famous, I'm gonna really make sure my Wikipedia at some point says, early life, was born as Spick, and just to make sure that bro, we dude, I keep saying Fresh and Fit. I'm sorry, but bro, somebody was like, we were cooking so much on Myron's show on a Fresh and Fit show and stuff that he's like, are Miguel and Charlie Jewish? I bet you they're Jewish, bro. And then he goes on this whole shit like Miguel's a fucking beaner, fucking landscaper. And he's like, Charlie's just a white dude in Japan. What the hell, man?
Yeah, who knows? One day you might be on the Wailing Wall, just having to do that.
Bro, you are mad.
You do the Elon 180. That to me was
picture. You took a picture when you put your butt cheeks on the wall. That would be a legend picture, bro.
I was gonna say in the Middle East, bro. Like what? Like I know if you did that to Muhammad, you're done.
Well,
right?
no, I mean not to the
No. I know not to the Mecca, right? But no, I'm just saying, I don't know, like any of those religious things over there, they take it.
Isn't the wall just the last piece of Solomon's temple or something, right? Or is that what it was, right? I can't remember.
I have no idea.
Can you imagine having a picture, all these just kissing it, and then you your butt cheeks are on the fucking wall?
I'd imagine that you would, probably something would happen.
No, it's like no one knows that picture comes out, and it's like I went to the wall and I kissed it and stuff. He's like, oh, here we go, President Miguel, he kissed the wall, and then you post the picture of just butt cheeks on the wall. God damn, bro. Heard Miguel kiss the wall, but they don't know how.
Kissing.
But, no, I mean, obviously, if it's real religious things, I wouldn't fuck around with it. But why would I go there and just kiss the wall for no reason? That doesn't make sense at all. No, it makes no sense.
To be a
if I didn't know any better, and someone told me it's like people come here because obviously that whole area is literally it's really like a Catholic Christian center. It's the epicenter, right? So if I went there and I just didn't know any better, and someone told me oh yeah, it's good. Like everyone just prays here and gives a kiss on the wall because it's good luck and stuff. Oh, okay. I would have like okay. I probably would have done it because I didn't know any better.
But you know why they're doing it, right?
Oh
yeah, of course.
They're kissing the ring. They're kissing the ring.
Exactly.
Bro. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're paying their respects. Getting that money.
I mean, to be honest, like Elon. I mean, Elon's got so many different pots of money and different things. Like he's probably like, yeah, I want to keep a few $1 billion. Why the fuck not? Let's do this shit.
That's right. Did you see that pastor, Greg? I think it was Greg Rochelle. No, Greg Locke. Greg Locke, man. Bro, he's been going kind of semi-viral because he's like a big evangelical pastor. Okay. But then you look at him and he's wearing a Star of David and
I saw that picture. That was wild,
was like,
dude.
What? And then that got me thinking. I was like, they've infiltrated the churches, man, the evangelical churches. I'm sure of it, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, they're probably just having trouble recruiting, and then they're just like, we need cash. I mean,
that's right.
The ones I know they haven't really infiltrated, I know Mormon. I know inside of the, what is that called? They live like a simple, like Amish. They haven't Amish and stuff. But like, yeah, you think the mega pastors aren't doing devil shit?
Oh, dude, they're all in jet airplanes, just like Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah. I'm like Nancy Pelosi. Charlie, if you have a daughter, can you name her Nancy, please? Please.
No.
She doesn't miss, bro. She doesn't miss.
We can give her that nickname if she gets to that.
Yeah. Samantha. Wait, Samantha, Nancy. But repumping of the market right now. Yeah, it is what it is. David's a part of the Old Testament of the Bible, though. Yeah. What about David?
Bitcoin's gone up another $200. The market's not dumping anymore. Yay!
It's not over, you guys. It's not over. But yeah, we'll take one last little look at the market before we head out, and we got to answer a couple of super chats and stuff. But yeah, let's take a look. It's a little green. I'm not sad anymore, Charlie. Yay! Yay! Let's see in the last 7 days what's up the most. Story, that's doing okay. Sonic, yeah. Do you know that guy? What's his name? Taki? Yeah. Or yeah, someone made a post and Andre reacted to it where like he's like Taki's dumping all his fart coin and he's like I'm going mid curve and putting all my money into Maker right now. Because like they're saying that the maker of L1 thing's about to happen pretty soon.
Right.
So that's what I'm just staying out of it until things
actually it's like okay, whatever until there's actually something happening,
Yeah. I made some money on Maker early on. It was a really early play in 23. I think you guys probably anyway. I was with me in the courses. Know is like I was we were buying and selling Maker against Ethereum price and stuff for a little bit, and then I just like I actually thought for a while of getting into what's the L2? That's how cucked L2 is. I can't even remember the L2 anymore. Man.
Yeah, I mean, it almost did nothing, right?
Yeah, it almost did nothing. But let me tell you, it was a great move. I missed it, thank God, and I sold out. But like. Yeah, it was so boring back then. I mean, like, bro, I was putting money into Maker, bro. That's how boring it was in 23. That's how bad. That's how much in the trenches I had to be, bro. I was crawling in like rat shit to try to get like a 20% move against ETH or something. That's how bad it was, man. No bueno.
That's how their markets are. That's how they are, right?
That's how they are. But like, that's how you get strong, man. That's how you get strong. Let me just double check the.
Was that part of the reason why Richard ended up going into STI?
Yes,
for an airdrop. Yeah.
I believe so because it really got confirmed. So like, basically, DAI is going to become its own L1, and then DAI. Supposedly, what the plan is here is that they're going to take whatever money they have and they're going to buy U.S. Treasuries with it, which they really should have did that in 23 and 24 because they would have locked in the highest rate possible, which would have gave them income. So that means for every dollar you convert, like you take USDC or you take whatever, they'll just sell it on the market, take Ethereum, use that Ethereum to then go buy assets or something so they can't get frozen. And then this during that time, right, when all this stuff was going down, Vitalik fucking lost his shit, dumped all his Maker because they decided to make their own L1. There was a whole drama behind it. It was like, whoa, Vitalik dumped all his Maker. Why would he do that? You know? And on top of that, too, I mean, like, Maker was already kind of cucked already because Coinbase and the exchanges bought enough of it that they were able to influence the vote in order to add USDC and Tether to the reserves. It was supposed to be Ethereum only to DAI. which is decentralized. That means you finally had a decentralized stable coin that pegged itself to Ethereum, that used Ethereum as collateral, that was decentralized as well. So it was this whole thing where it's decentralization on decentralization, where like you basically can't stop that stable coin as collateral. So they made sure to cut that real quick. And then I'm not sure, was it the founder? I remember when somebody died in the maker, someone in the DAI community.
Oh yeah, where wasn't this the guy who he was in on the beach, yeah. He was
Puerto Rico, yeah.
Yeah.
You see all these coinkydinks that happen? Like weird little coinkydink. Like,
he said it was certain agencies.
Yeah, he actually tracked it. If you go back on his Twitter, you can actually see like the 6 month to 9 month period that he knew people were tracking him, which is fucking wild.
It's crazy.
But I think the first super chat, we got some Metro action, which is interesting.
I'm so sorry, Charlie. What'd you say?
Super chat.
Super chat. Sorry about yeah. So okay, the sit down with the $2 super chat, man. How bullish are you on Metro? Very. Do you think it's already been mooning already? There's great yield pools, and what I like about Metro is that if you look carefully where they're distributing yield, sometimes you'll see like two icons to the left of the leftmost icon. That means you're also generating something called MGEM, which means MGEM is essentially a token that will give you rights to some of the airdrop that Metro is going to receive from the foundation, from the $200 million airdrop that's going to happen, or 200 million Sonic airdrop that's going to happen. So Metro is going to get a pretty decent one because they're pretty popular. I think they're the third or fourth biggest DEX. They're getting a lot of volume, a lot of yield farming volume. So their MGEMs I think are pretty valuable, especially if you can get them for free if you're yield farming. So the yield is very slow on those. Usually it's about 7 to 9%, where like Metro yield is like something like it could be thousands of percent APRs right now. So like I'm yield farming over there, but not as big as I am. I mean, I'm probably like, I probably should have tripled my yield farms already, but like it just is what it is. You have to keep your eye on the prize a little bit, you know. But yeah, I think Metro is going to do it's been doing very well actually. Just to show for like 1 segundo here, just because. Yeah, Goggles is back to almost back to like it's the little local top we had right here. That's pretty good. Shadows recovered at least another $20. That's pretty good. 16%. X33's almost on par with this, man. So shout everyone listen to that, bro. You're up big on this one because I was converting all my Shadow into X33. It's literally only $20 difference. So that means like if you you make $1,000 and you put it into X33, I'm just using rough math here, you essentially are getting like $850 of it instantly liquid. If you put it into the X33, and then we just had $24 on, they're trying to get borrowing and lending options for X33. So they're about to make the X33 token. It's the evolution of V33, and even Andre said that this is the next evolution is X33. So he's like, this is the next evolution of the whole VV3 system, which is the Solidly system, which is really cool. But where's Metro? Yeah, Metro's at 333 life path, baby. Let's go on the deal. God damn. I'm telling you, bro.
That's what you want to see on the chart, right?
You know,
some guy just put 12 G's in. Boom, one clip.
I want to show you something too. Oh, look at this chart here too. Ooh, let me show you where the Moongang was in.
I mean, technically, Moongang. I mean, not technically, but like in terms of knowledge of the coin and everything too. We're going to release that webinar.
We knew it right here.
Exactly. We're gonna release the webinar for $24 from the last quarter in the new course, so everybody can kind of see how that journey goes. Because like I said earlier, right, this quarter we have the new coin launch with potential Moongang node, allegedly, maybe, I don't know what I'm talking about, kind of thing. But all these types of opportunities each quarter, like we tend to have. Every once in a while, a thing like this where it's like, hey, we're going to let you know about something well before it's out. And then, okay, here's how to play the game,
Right. And we're always looking for opportunities as well. We're going to be talking about some DEXs I really haven't talked about on Sonic. I'm a really do a masterclass on farming on Sonic. We've always used Sonic and Phantom to show, like we actually use Phantom to show guys how to make money on Pulse Chain. Because like, hey, this is a fully fleshed out L1. This is how we move around. This is how we do. Imagine everything works with yield farming. maybe this is how it work on Pulse Chain. And then guys knew how to instantly use PulseX very simply, and then eventually 9-inch. Some people are on 2Flux, some people are on the I guess Flux. I mean, I guess 2Flux. I guess Flux has become 2Flux now, but that sort of thing. Shout out to 9-inch. All right, let's go to the next one.
One thing I'll say is for the super chats, we probably should say like $20 minimum on them so we don't get like
like $20 minimums from this point on. Yeah.
Just saying.
So Christian, screw you, bro. Now you're gonna
no from this.
You got grandfathered in. You got grandfathered in. Okay.
just gonna wreck the super chats already.
So Christian's trying to find out. Miguel, Charlie, the next crypto mindset meetup. You guys should do it in Tokyo, Japan, with all the gains we're making in 25.
Pulse Chain. Got that 10,000x Vegas. Let's go.
Dude, Max OGs are like, bro, I'll take a 50x at this point. Like,
hey, 10x wouldn't be bad either.
Ryan with the $5 super chat. Good evening, DCCCC. I have 1K in PulseX, 17 Sonic. Which bags do you think should go? Oh, I think I should go all in before the bull run. You mean in terms of like an ecosystem, like?
Yeah, because I don't know if he's wanting to like consolidate or like be in multiple, but like, first of all, you don't need to, like, we do preach coin agnostic, meaning like go, where you're going to make money. The PulseX and the Pulse stuff, it's like accumulate until you feel like you had enough, and then just let that go, and then or let that simmer, and then you got some Sonic there, good. If you want to increase that, good. But then if you want to grab another chain as well, that's perfectly fine. But I wouldn't necessarily go all in on one. Now you can win on that, right? But it's not usually what we've seen is we haven't, like, for example, Sonic is going to be hot right now, and that will run pretty good, but it might not run the entirety of the rest of every all season, right? That rotation game still is there. So that's why we do preach, having a balanced portfolio. So I think it's on March 2nd. We'll be doing top portfolio strategies at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with you guys in the Crypto Mindset course.
Be there or be poor.
Exactly. And then risk management after that the next morning. So just
boo, hiss, boo. All right. Impact for attorney. Any discount code for the FNF Castle Club premium members on the Crypto Mindset course besides paying with crypto? If so, can you tell them to post it on the Discord on locals? Forgive me for being Jewy. Oh, that's Citadel number. So, I think you can't. If you
only if you pay in crypto, you have a discount on the Fresh and Fit stuff, no matter what it is. This quarter, when we did the Castle Club premium discount, I think back in September, that was just we had done some webinars with you guys, and we wanted to give you guys a little bit of a just a little bit of a premium there, but not every single quarter. But we do still have the crypto discount, right? So if you do want the crypto discount, you can't find the link for whatever reason, you can message us at support@cultivatecrypto.com. We'll give you 15% off if you pay in Bitcoin or ETH, and just in the email, in the subject, say like, hey, Castle Club member or Fresh and Fit, just make sure that we, attribute that to their audience.
Crypto Mindset Meetup Bangkok edition. Can you imagine? What kind of trouble?
Yeah, it'd be like the Hangover 2.
I'm missing a tooth or some shit.
Meg, this would be like,
oh no,
my ass. We came at the same time. No.
Dude, that's the second one. Yeah, that was horrible, bro. That was terrible.
I know. No bueno right there.
Okay, now Claymore. So $10 super chat. Do you think Sui drops significantly enough to pull the position now or reinvest when it drops? I think you missed most of the drop already. I think there's no bought most at 330 trying to cultivate crypto. I think just stick with your 330 right now. I mean, don't risk it anymore.
330 is a good price. 330 is a very good price. It really right now for that to drop any further, it would that did actually flash a buy signal along with Ethereum on the last weekly close.
Nice.
But there's not too much extra downside of that. If it goes below $3, I just buy more. Don't worry about trading it right now.
Mm-hmm. So we got Nicholas Munoz with $2 super chat. Do you think shadow price can come down to buy? It has. Usually, if you can buy it in the $120 range, I think the lowest it can break down to is like 98. Kind of. That's because it's uncharted territory. If you look at the chart, it's just green up like this. So like, I'm going off the psychological levels here a little bit, but it didn't really go below 120. So and now it's in the 150 range. So it's gonna like because of like the size of it, its moves are gonna be anywhere from $15 to $30 moves up or down, henceforth. So I think it's stabled off as long. Now it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna drop anymore substantially, like a major drop without Sonic like going down 10 to 20 cents. If Sonic goes down 20, 30 cents or something like that, then you can get a significant drop in everything else. So yeah. What are some good LPs to get on Shadow? Explain why they and how they work. Well, brother, that's a lot. I would stick with legacy ones if to be super safer to get the yield, but the yield's just not going to be as crazy, right? Like Shadow, Sonic's a really great one. I think, or Shadow. I mean, Sonic Goggles is another good one. Non-CL. CL means concentrated liquidity, means leverage yield farming in a way. You basically are doing anywhere from like 1.5x to like a 10x, which is ridiculous. So like, I would it's basically you are going to get some impermanent loss, but you know the yield you generate normally is above 100 to 300% APR, which is pretty decent. If you go into pools with CL, which are the ones you see with 3,000% APRs, the only people getting 3,000% APRs are the ones that take it all the way here, and you're going to get stomped out. So if you do jump in one of those, what will happen is you could end up with like all Goggles. Let's use Goggles Shadow as an example, or Goggles Sonic. And the Goggles keeps going up in price. What will happen is you'll end up with nothing but Sonic token, a decent amount of money. Like let's just say if you're watching it and it happens to you, and then you like, oh fuck, you sell it right away to buy Goggles, and you put it back in the pool. You might be able to refigure yourself, and you'd be fine. But let's just say you go to sleep, wake up. Let's just say Goggles goes from 40 to 20 cents, and it just doesn't come back down. Then you can't buy back the same amount of Goggles you had originally. That's the bad side of impermanent loss. The good side is like you started with Goggles, and the Goggles actually didn't do as good as Sonic, and then you end up with a bunch of Goggles, and you're like, oh, cool, I have even more Goggles than I even had. That's awesome, and I gained yield. That's the good side of it, but there's a bad side during pumps. So this is why it's better to stick to simple, or it's where it's on their page. They have like little tabs above the page. Legacy is where all the safer non-leverage pools are, much lower APRs. There you go. I didn't think I was going to explain it that much, but yeah. Christian, is Solana still a safe coin to stay in, Miguel? I heard you say fresh and fit that we were going to get out of Solana. No. I'm still have Solana, but it's. I think I was referencing. Most people are like, I think you confused the whole part where basically they're saying like a ton of guys got their money extracted out from the Trump coin launches and then were used, and the money was moved over to Ethereum, basically.
Right, and they do one thing about Solana is they do have a supply chunk coming out, I guess, soon or something like unlocked. But so that would be, I might wait longer to buy more Solana than other coins.
Yeah, Look on Change just posted that. I was about to say OX Infini was hacked and 50 mils worth of USDC was stolen. And 50 mils
using that anyways.
Yeah,
I literally have never even heard of it. Like, you guys, we got hacked. I don't know how it happened, but
yeah, they just bought ETH, so maybe people are bullish on North Korea. Let's go.
Yeah, dude, it's freaking crazy. Is that the link right there? Let me see it. Yeah, Look on Chain, Stark. ETH, hey man, something's happening with ETH, man. I'm telling you, man. People, Yeah. So okay, we got Just Fit 999. Is Illuvium still a buy right now? It's only $18. Been crashing. Or it's better hold. If you haven't gotten a position, get a position, but you have to figure out a number that's like not ridiculous. Like GameFi is supposed to be 5, maximum 10% of your portfolio, maximum. So like if 100 tokens is pretty decent, I think a nice round decent number. If that's like, oh, that's kind of a lot, then 10, and then just there you have a position and you're cool. At $18, I mean, if it does anything, you'll do pretty well, basically.
Yeah, it's that. I mean, it's one of those coins where it's like, yeah, they have enough coming out. If we get a bull run and Ethereum does well, like, yeah, you'll make money. It's not a hard one.
Right, but like you have to understand too. Hey, Miguel, I've been stacking Illuvium this whole time, and should I get more? Bro, you've been stacking Illuvium this whole time. Stop.
Yeah, there's different people in our community, right? Like there's like the brand new people versus the people who've been in a while, like totally different situation.
Correct. Yeah. Like if I wanted to just like the only time I'd like consider is like, all right now it's $18. Maybe I could double my bag and lower my cost average. But then at the same time too, where's that cap? Maybe I'll just buy. If I wanted to buy any more, like I like almost like 6-7 months ago, I was like, all right, I think I have enough Illuvium. I got my number. I'm cool,
yeah, for sure.
And I'm done. Now I don't got to worry about it. I just gotta concentrate on the rest of my. Same thing with Gala. There's a certain number you want 100,000, a million Gala, whatever. Done. Root network. Root's I literally such a low key L1, dirt cheap. You buy some. You don't have to buy a lot. You can buy $500, $1,000. Keep it. Forget about it. Just keep it there in the wallet. Forget about it. Move along.
I think right now would be almost the all-time lows too for Root. So, I mean,
Ethereum coins are on discount right now, and you'll wake up and you'll be like, "Oh my god, these massive gains!" Like, well, people look. Illuvium's done so much gains. Like, what'll happen is people look at $18 low and go like, "Look where it's going. It's going to $400 finally." From 18 to 400, it's pretty nice, right? But for the guys holding on from like 100 or maybe like $30, are like, "Oh, it's good, but it's not as good as I thought it was going to be." That's how it. Volatility. Yeah. Last one. If I can find it, where did it go? Okay. Just because you caught in there last second, $2 super chat, man. Moon math, 1.5 ETH, 1900 Doge. Another Doge is nice. 15 AVAX, 12 Illuvium, 2 Sol. What do you think? Like maybe $1.50 on Doge, something like that.
Well, no, Doge. I'm actually thinking $1 to $3, depending on. It just depends on how high Bitcoin goes. I mean, if we get 200K Bitcoin, I can see $3 Doge. But
we're being conservative. Like
let's just say
two.
Okay, $2 Doge, right?
$2. Okay.
$2 Doge. That'd be what, $4,000 right there.
$4,000, yeah. $27,000 Ethereum. He's got 1 point. No,
maybe
I was thinking about like 9-10 bands.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about 6-7 ish. Okay.
So this is looking and sounding like it's gonna get between like high end 30 grand, something like 30 to 40 grand. It depends, and if we go harder than that, you gotta know as soon as you start crossing into the mid 20s or higher, you gotta start taking some money out.
Yeah, he's got about a couple thousand invested, so
it's pretty good.
Yeah, good place to start.
So boom, man, Money Gang, where can people follow you, brother?
Money Gang Crypto on pretty much all social media platforms. Yeah, just all one word.
Perfect, man. And you could follow us at Crypto Mindset Q1, you guys. It's right here. I've just dropped the link, man. Get in, stop being poor, escape the slave mind, escape poverty, you guys. We're open just for a little bit longer. I think tomorrow at midnight Pacific Standard Time.
Yep, midnight tomorrow Pacific Standard Time. Yep. So
yeah, we're about to close, you guys. That's it, man. And once the rugged happen, we're off of YouTube, and then that's it, man.
Yep, and there's a nice little 15% discount right there at the bottom for $8.40. What was it? $8.48, but in 30 cents. So that Coinbase Commerce link looks mighty juicy. So not a bad place to jump in. But hey, what do we know, right? We just continually see quarter on quarter the best buy price every time we've launched the course. We see a great profit-taking opportunity every single quarter. We see brand new opportunities to get into new coins every single quarter. I don't know, but it's probably the thing to be doing right now.
So with that, you guys, tomorrow we're going to be on F&F, you guys. Check it out. We're going to be, live from Las Vegas tomorrow. Yeah, live from Las Vegas. We're going to be on F&F. We're going to do our shows as well. And we will be doing because we had to move stuff. So people have been asking about the Castle Club stuff. We're probably going to move that to Tuesday. I would imagine we have a private AMA with the guys in Castle Club and stuff like that. But it just wasn't possible. I think everyone was hungover probably today.
For sure.
Yeah. So hey, shout out to any guys who bought into the crypto mindset course and went to the party because you got to ride around in Fresh's Lamborghini and Ferrari, man. That's pretty cool. So with that, man, thank you so much for joining, you guys, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Cheers, guys.
You buy this for $39.99. Guess what, folks? You take the L away. You put a W there, baby. You're a winner, man. You're the real deal. You're picking up chicks. Let me tell you something. You buy this set at $39.99, baby. You're the cock of the walk, man. You walk into the bar and you just find the hottest chick and you go, you, me. Guess what? She says, why would I go out with you? Because I bought the deal on Wild West Deals for $39.99. That's why. She says, can I go home with you? That's how simple it is. That's how it works. That's what this set brings to the table. Because you know what she sees? She sees a man who knows what he wants. She sees a man who says, Good deals don't get by me, baby. I move. I act quick. I act now. I go to wildwestdeals.com. Boom. That's why you're hanging with chicks all night long. That's why you got guys like Michael Jordan calling you, wanting to hang out with you, baby. Because you bought it for $39.99.